I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gargano Show!
Live from the Xfinity remote studio. Well, good morning. Happy Friday. We have reached Friday and a happy Mannion Day. He's the Mannion. Yes, the Mannion. So the OC search, which lasted, it felt like forever, is finally over. Sean Mannion, quarterback's coach of the Packers, is now the new OC of the Birds. So what do I think? I hear really good things about him, right? Like, very bright, really is a quick learner. He's very assertive. I mean, and I talk to people in the league. This is not like Eagles people saying, hey. So people in the league like Sean Mannion a lot. And, here's what I like about it. It's not the retread guy, so it's not Nagy. It's a guy that is bright, new, comes from Matt LaFleur, which comes from Shanahan, right? So all been exposed. The backup quarterback is like the backup catcher, the backup infielder that becomes a great manager. There's something about those guys that really work as coaches. Backup point guards, right? Like, they become really good coaches. And, I think it works. I think I'd rather have Mannion than a lot of those names out there. Cooter, Nagy, right? Like, those kinds of guys. And, I like the fact that you're getting them now. Like, would I rather have McDaniel or Dable? Yes. But if you're going to go this route, give me the guy that is on the upswing, right? The guy with a lot of upside. And I think Mannion's got a lot of upside. So for that, I like it, right? I'm happy. Now, there's the issue is, hey, what are we doing with play calling? Is he calling the plays, or is Sirianni going to call the plays? And what's the dynamic between Sirianni and Mannion? Now, the good thing is one of the things about Sirianni is, hey, like, you come from that side of the ball. We always hear about the CEO thing. That's not good enough. Like, let's see you prove your worth. Like, we've heard, and people have told me that Sirianni and Jalen are lockstep. Like, they've had a really, really good positive relationship. You remember it was rocky at times, but apparently now it's on solid foundation. All right. Now, go to work, roll your sleeves up, and get moving on the offense and fix it. Fix the offense, Nick. So you got a guy like Mannion to bounce things off of, so go fix it. You fix it, you show tangible evidence that you know what you're talking about offensively. I think it goes a long way securing your future. So let's go. Now, here's the good news. The good news is that Vic is coming back. So Fangio returns. And I know you're probably going to hear like, well, it was never that serious. Yeah, it was. They were worried. And, listen, Vic did this last year and returned. And that whole Shefty thing that he teased, it was Vic Fangio. Vic was telling people that he was thinking this was it. And, this is why you don't make decisions haphazardly, right? Like, you don't just rush out. You sleep on it. You really deliberate. And a guy like Fangio, who's been at it for a million years, you got to get centered and zen. And he's out in California golfing, and he's apparently he's ready to go. So he's like, nothing to report here. he'll be back, which is huge, right? So I'm excited. I'm excited in this sense. You got a bright mind to come in as OC. Clean slate. Like, let me give the kid a guy a clean slate. Bright, right? Like, come in with new ideas. Work with Jalen. I think Jalen will be on board. So if you're able to help fix Jalen in the pass game, bring in new concepts, right? Sirianni's a part of it. Fangio's back. Let's go. All right? Like, let's go. That's kind of how I look at it. I don't want to spend the entire offseason bitching and moaning. I can't do it. I can't do it. So this is kind of how I'm looking at it. Again, I do hear great things about him. So I'm going to kind of be hopeful about it. And then who knows? Like, if he's that bright, like maybe he's on a fast track, and I don't know. Maybe he stays here and Sirianni goes. I don't know. I'm just throwing out stuff. But I like the fact that you get a bright young dude. I like the fact that he was a quarterback. I like the fact that, these backup quarterbacks, again, they're very cerebral. They see things. They live in these quarterback rooms. So offense inside and out. I mean, look at a guy like Dan Orlovsky, who I love Dan, right? So he does a great job at breaking stuff down. Why? Because he's been in a quarterback room his whole life. Just seeing it. Like, those guys see the game at such a different level. So I'm excited by it. I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm thrilled that Fangio's coming back. So let's go. Like, let's take another shot, another swing at it. And the thing that I'm hoping the most is that they can keep A.J. Brown. Like, I want to keep A.J. I want to keep everything intact. I know yesterday Mike Garafolo said that it doesn't appear that's the case. I want to see if this thing can be mended. Because I think you need so much. I think you're going to need, again, 2 tight ends. You still need another receiver. And if you lose AJ, you're talking about you're going to need a big-time receiver and another receiver and 2 tight ends, which is a lot. So I really want to keep AJ. I want to see if that thing can be salvaged. And as you go on and you look at it, go, all right, let's go. Because I think Fangio comes back. I think Lane's going to come back. Now, again, this is just conjecture. He's getting married. Again, walking away from a big check is tough to do. So my hunch is Lane comes back for one more year. Fangio 1 more year. Lane 1 more year. Let's go. Let's see if you can get back there. That's how I would look at it. And then if not, if it's a bad year, if it's a disappointing year, then you just, then you got to have to take a step back and kind of shift some things and kind of rebuild it a little bit. But as is, let's go back at it. There's still a lot of talent on this team. So that's how I would approach it. All right, lots to get to. All right. EJ's going to join us to talk about Mannion. We'll talk to Baldy today. And, of course, Danny D and TV Todd, our Friday staples. This marks the first weekend without football since August. It's actually the worst sports weekend probably since like the 4th of July, like one of those weekends where it's just baseball. The worst weekend. It sucks. I actually looked, because I'm a loser. I looked at the television listings, and there's a couple college basketball games that are decent. That's it. There's not even the great NBA game, right, on Sunday afternoon. And I'm a big NHL on national TV. There's not even that. There's no games like early Sunday. There's nothing. Sucks. I want football. Good morning, VG.
We're gonna have some good Australian Open tennis championships this weekend, man. Fired up for that,
I hate you,
dude. It's not only is there no good sports on TV, it's miserable outside. Like, what are we supposed to do other than just go to a bar and drink? There's nothing else to do. I don't know. I can only watch so much TV. I don't have the patience for it,
dude. You know what's
timing.
Funny? It is. Thank God we have TV Todd on because
right.
We need something. But last night I was trying to get my trash can. Like today's trash day for me. And I was trying to get my trash can out and it was entombed in ice.
Yes.
Right. And like, you know, I have my driveway is it's not all clear. It's a pathway so I can get my car out. Yeah. But the side is where I keep the trash cans. And there's like a snowdrift and it's all iced over. Right. So I'm walking on the ice.
Yes.
Right. And I'm not like, it's not denting it. And I'm trying to get it out, getting the trash can out. And of course I slip. And my one leg goes this way. The other leg goes the other way. I do a split.
Ooh, how's the groin?
Which does not feel good on the groin.
Day to day with a groin.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. It's miserable out there.
Dude, when you really walk on it, it's like walking on the moon. Like I had to walk to get to a trash can and with dog crap bag, and it's like walking on the moon trying to traverse this stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's horrible. It really is. And like on my street, normally two cars can pass each other at the same time. That's the width of the street. But because of all the snow, now it's like 1.5 cars.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at and then there's a point where you either got to back up or you got to figure it out. So I go off the side to try to let this car go, and I got stuck.
You got stuck on some you couldn't get any tread?
Right, literally 300 feet from my house. The neighbor, great people, they came out and as I was trying to maneuver it, they were shoveling and they put the towel underneath the tire. It's horrible out there.
Yeah, before we get into football and all the good stuff for yesterday, can we just say there's a video of a JO who worked for the city plowing, and he was loving and having fun plowing people in there as he went down streets. People digging out, he come by with a plow and plow snow on them. Luckily, they tracked him down and fired him. But man, what a jerk this dude!
Creepo.
He's like yelling at women. Women are. I don't know if you saw the video. Women are digging their car out. He's like, "Get in the house!"
Yeah. Totally. I saw it. Creepo.
Yeah.
Stone creepo.
Yeah.
The Mannion. He's the Mannion.
Yeah. He's the Mannion. Yeah, sure. He's not the Banyan. He's the Mannion. What are you gonna do? He's not a boring retread. He's like a sound artist said. He's a super unknown, man. I don't know. The ceiling's high, I guess. It's hard to I don't know how you get an opinion one way or another. I'm cool with it because I think he gives you upside, which we didn't have. He's a quarterback, which you said. Patullo and Nick, wide receivers. And I got to tell you, I tried to find last night a list of wide receivers who's transitioned to good coaches. There's not a lot of them. And the only guy I might try is Jason Avant. Other than that, the wide receivers are not the greatest at analyzing offenses and videos and stuff. So I'm good with the quarterback. I'm a big osmosis guy.
Doesn't it make sense? Again, when you're in the room and you're the one that has to dissect all this stuff. So you would speak the language more so than the receiver. I agree with Jason. Jason would be the only guy that I think would translate into a really good coach. Now, I mean, I look at it and again, obviously he's inexperienced, but he's bright and they love him in Green Bay. They loved him. I read a big piece on him. It was the guy who covers the Packers for ESPN, and they did a big piece on him, and it was like back in the spring. So what about how bright he is and everything. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, 2 years. He's a little wet behind the ears, but Rossini tweeted out, and I know people locally hate Diana Rossini. They think she's a provocateur of Philadelphians. she says he's going to be calling the plays, but of course Nick will have his influence on the offense. That's the only thing that came out of yesterday that gives me a little bit of ugh. And I know he has to have some influence because you got a guy who's so young, but I wish that I did not hear that. Even though I know it's going to happen because he's got no experience doing any play calling. I know Nick's going to have.
Well, that's what
I didn't need to hear it yesterday.
But like, here's the thing, right? Like, you're not going to give him complete autonomy. Right. He's going to. I mean, I didn't expect him to have complete autonomy. So, I look at it like this. All right, Nick. If you're that good of a coach, show it. Prove it. You're that good of a coach. You know, they got this great record. All right. Listen, is it by happenstance?
Right.
You know, George Seifert had a great record and a great start to his career because he succeeded Bill Walsh, right? Like, there's circumstance that come into play. Your roster, what's around you. So it's like, hey, what do you got? Show me. So, you know, I got an open mind when it comes to that.
I think this is as close to like a Nick production as we can get. Like he's the figurehead. This is him. Let's go. We were saying yesterday, sink or swim. See how it happens. I'm good with it. I feel like it gives you an injection of youth, and everyone says he's a super smart, sharp guy. So let's go. And Vic, thank God, Vic must have had the worst round of golf in a while because you have a nice round of golf. It's hard. You'd be like, I could do this every day. You have a bad round of golf. You're like, I don't want to do this tomorrow or the next day. I better go back to football. Let me get the grind in this thing.
Yeah. I know one guy that was fired up, BG.
Oh yeah.
I talked to BG last night.
He's already.
He's fired up, man. BG gets me fired up. Like, I was ready for the season. Like, he and I were on the phone. I'm coming back from practice, and he came. He called me, so we were talking. So Moss was in the car, and I'm freaking out. Let's go. Man. Season. And Mossimo says to me, when I get off the phone, he's like, you're getting that nuts over football season? It's not even Super Bowl hasn't even happened.
Wait, BG has no effect on Moss. He doesn't get fired up.
Nah, he's too cool for school. That kid.
Does he even can he put into context who's on the phone, who you're talking to, in Philly, like lore and legend?
Well, he knows Brandon Graham. I mean, he had a picture with him. He likes him, obviously. Yeah. But he's like almost desensitized. I talk to guys all the time, right? And I'll be in the car. And guys, I talk a lot in the car because I like the speaker, right? It's
you're like the Fonz from Happy Days. His office was the bathroom. Your office is the car.
Yeah, I like it, right? And so I have these conversations with guys all the time, and they're in the car, right?
Right.
So the kids are in the car, so they see names.
They hear you talking to Kurt Warren or whatever, Hall of Famers.
Yeah, Andy. I mean, they call Steve Uncle Spags, right? So, it's not like if my father was talking to, Buddy Ryan, I would have been like, oh my God.
Right.
But he's not like that. He don't care. Oh, BG. He's mocking me because I was excited. Like, let's go. BG's going, let's go. I'm going, let's go.
And Moss just rolling his eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, when we go to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
When we go to Wawa. Let's go to Wawa and get some meatball subs.
I love Wawa. I'll put it that. Love Wawa. All right. Lots to get to. We got a little bit later. We'll talk Sixers. JoJo January continues. He looked great. I mean,
squeaked it out last night, dude. He abused with that Dylan Caldwell. He abused that guy last night.
Yeah, he could not guard him. Caldwell couldn't guard him.
No.
Maxey, game winner, drops 40. Now the good, this is the great thing, but you shouldn't have been pushed by that team. They still got out rebounded, and they played bad defense. So
that's that might be the story of the season until they make a change.
Yeah. So, but it was good. You win. I mean, Flyers didn't win.
Your boy Marcus Hayes out there throwing out a story today. Now's the time to trade Embiid. Whether it's Embiid, VJ, and McCain, throw them all in a package because you only getting a superstar like the Freak is a gift from the basketball gods.
They're not trading Embiid.
That's what he was trading Embiid, VJ, and McCain to get the Freak here with Maxey.
No. First of all, you're not trading Embiid in that thing. Listen, if you were able to move him, but Milwaukee's not taking Joe. He's not taking. Would I do it? Yeah, I would do it. I mean, because
you would do it if they would take that. You would do it
1-for-1. Giannis for
Embiid?
Embiid?
No. It's Embiid, VJ, and McCain.
I'm not trading VJ. I'm not trading Edgecombe. I'm not trading him. I'm not moving.
I wouldn't either. But I wouldn't either. But like he's saying, you have a top 3 player in the world. Are we overvaluing VJ? I mean, I love him. I wouldn't do the deal either. When Marcus says, hey, he's one of the top 3 players in the world.
Here's the problem is that you look at him. I don't know how much he's got left. He hasn't been. He got banged up. He's hurt now. He hasn't had a good regular season. Like, I mean, he's on the decline.
Probably, but you have his 3 years. The next 3 years of Giannis are probably more optimistic than the next 3 years of Embiid, health-wise.
Well, that's why if it was a 1-for-1 trade, I would do it.
Yeah,
but I'm not trading him. I'm not putting VJ. Would I put McCain in there? Yeah, but I'm not putting Edgecombe in there. No. Because here's the bottom line: I need these other guys to win a title.
Maxey, you don't think Maxey and Giannis as the core can win the title?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Something I read it right before I came on. I was like, all right, let me bring it up to him.
No, I don't believe that. All right, we got lots to get to. Let's take a quick TO, and then we got EJ to talk the Mannion. All right, we're going to do that. Plenty of stuff to get to. EJ on the docket. But first, let's talk about our friends. The Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app has you covered. You ready for this? Your chance to win season tickets in 2027. All right. All new and existing customers place a $25 bet on the big game. You'll automatically be entered in a drawing. The grand prize of the drawing, season tickets to your home state's team. All right. So no matter how many $25 bets you place, it's that many entries into the drawing. It will be a random drawing, and the winner, the grand prize winner, all right, season tickets. So you're in southeastern PA, that means the Birds. Western PA, that means the Black and Gold. You're in Maryland, it means the Ravens. You're in Michigan, it means the Lions. That's pretty damn cool. All right. BetParks.com has all the details. Check it out, all right, because it's a great thing that they're doing. You'll love it, all right? It's such a great thing. Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. You're going to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Let's talk about my friends from Xfinity. I love my Xfinity. What if I could tell you, what if I said to you, you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi, and what if I told you keep the price the same for 5 years? That's right. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense that lets you stream the game even when the whole family's online. That's my problem, all right? I got 2 kids. I got my wife, all right? And I need no interruptions. That's why I love my Xfinity. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and Xfinity's best equipment included. Take it from me. A lot can change in 5 years. Championships are won, records are broken, but your Wi-Fi, it should stay reliable. Lock in your price and unlock possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply.
All right, let's get right to on the Xfinity mobile call-in line. EJ Smith.
Give me an E, give me a J, give me an EJ, give me that EJ Smith.
Morning.
What's going on, guys? Got a
What you doing,
newsy Friday today. I'm excited.
Yes. Well, the Mannion is in place.
Yeah.
All right. And, the more and more I think about it, and I talked to a million people yesterday, and I like it. I like it compared. Now, would I prefer McDaniel or Dable? Of course, right? But versus the retreads or these other young names, I like it, man. People in Green Bay loved them. Like that Packers loved them. You're coming from a pedigree, and I'm a big fan of the backup quarterback becoming a coach.
Yeah, no, especially we talk a lot on the show about getting the most out of Jalen Hurts. I think that Sean Mannion is a guy who is going to see the game through the lens that Jalen Hurts sees the game through, and I think that's important. So, there's a lot of there's a lot of things that we don't know about Sean Mannion. We can get into those things, but from just a big picture standpoint, I think that this is a home run swing for the Eagles. They're trying to get, on the ground floor. I've seen it expressed as, I said, like, they're trying to get a guy a year or two early. It reminds me of when they hired Nick Sirianni. You heard Jeffrey Lurie talk about being excited about the coach he could become. Maybe not the coach that he was right then. But I think that this is another example of that. They're trying to get, somebody that they think is an offensive mind, someone who, has an upward trajectory that maybe is just getting started in their career here.
Yeah. The number one priority for me is transitioning Jalen into a really prolific passing attack. Like, that's the number one goal. Like, especially if he's not going to run as much. And it was clear, and it's been clear over the last couple of years that that's not going to happen, right? Which, it's fine. Like, it's now still at times you're going to have to take it. But I'm fine if you're not going to run as much, but that all the other things happen. You're under center, you're ball handling, your dropbacks, everything's crisp. You're thrown over the middle. You're able to really expand the play, to explain the playbook and all the uniques. Like, I think that's the secret for this offense is to transition Jalen into that play.
Yeah, no, and I think it starts literally from the ground up here. I watched a couple of clips of Sean Mannion, doing interviews with the Packers last night. And one thing that he talks a lot about is footwork. And, that's something that, on the Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, even extended to Kevin O'Connell, these guys are obsessive about quarterback footwork, making sure that your feet are in line with the progression and that your feet lead you through the progression. And that is something that, we've talked about it. There's a lot of room.
I talk about it all the time because it's so important. Listen, I had my kid work on this constantly. Right? Yeah. I'm a huge believer, and everything in sports starts with your feet. Your feet is it's everything. Whether it's pitching, whether it's shooting a basketball, it's all about your feet and your legs.
Yeah, no, and I think that if
what are you laughing at
this point, it brings me back to John Wooden, the greatest basketball coach of all time. His first day of practice, he shows people how to put their socks and shoes on and tie their shoes because everything starts with the feet. If you get a blister, you can't play. It's all about your feet.
Sets the expectations right away. But no, with at this point in Jalen's career, I think that having someone who is obsessive about footwork, obsessive about making sure that your drops are precise, making sure that, again, your drops lead you through the progression, that is going to be important for Jalen. I'm not saying, I think it's important that Jalen takes that coaching and improves in that area. I think he's got room for improvement in that area. And I think that is something that jumped out to me going through, what Sean Mannion's priorities are, because there's a lot of unknowns with Sean Mannion. But again, these are some of the things that are constants in the McVay-Shanahan tree.
Yeah, I like that. I think that could help Jalen a lot. Like, one of the things I had heard was, his dropbacks weren't the same each time, right? Like, so if you're working on a 3-step drop, sometimes he's at 2.5. Like, his depth was off. And that affects the O-line, right? It affects your protection, where you're setting up, and all that stuff that we talk about with play action and ghost movement and navigating. It's all about the precision of your dropbacks, of how you handle the football, all that stuff. So you get that buttoned up.
Yeah.
Now listen, he can make the throws. I don't have issues with making throws. People that say about his arm's fine.
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
I just think he just needs, which he's never been in that kind of offense before. He's never been. I mean, so now it's a transition. So give him the chance and the tutelage and this support staff to usher him into this kind of offense, and I think it could work.
Yeah, and one thing you'll hear from people, it obviously like how Jordan Love played last year is going to be a big indicator, but to me, like what Malik Willis looked like when he came into that offense, that's even more instructive because that was a guy coming out of school that was just incredibly raw, needed a lot of coaching. And it's clear that, that year in Green Bay with Sean Mannion as his quarterbacks coach, he took some strides in some of those areas. So no, that's an encouraging sign for sure.
Yeah. And listen, I think Love was technically good.
Sure.
Like I watch a lot of him. I watch all these quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And I liked him more than other people. I just think he's technically, when he's protected, he's technically sound. And that's an indicator from Mannion.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's, like you said,
and obviously LaFleur. So
I'm not saying that we know everything about what this is going to look like. I think this is a high risk, high reward hire, but I do think these are some of the reasons why the Eagles felt good about this guy as a hire.
Can I ask you guys, what percentage do you think he's going to be quarterback whisperer, and what percentage actual offensive coordinator?
I mean, he's got to be the coordinator. I mean, if he settles into just quarterback whisperer, then I'm not sure this offense looks different enough to really feel good about where they're going. So I think he's going, and that's a question. These are fair, legitimate questions. Is how is he going to be commanding the room and installing an offense?
See, I think he's got to be both.
Oh, for sure. But I'm saying he can't just be the quarterback whisperer. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Now, Diana Rossini says that Manuel will call the plays.
Yeah, I can confirm that too. Yeah.
I listen. I'm curious to see how it's going to work. Hey, you got to start somewhere. So, all right, give him a shot.
Yeah.
What's Sirianni's role going to be, and like how pronounced involved will he be?
Yeah, the sense I get is that Nick prioritizes being able to manage the game. I think that, obviously it is, I think he, ever since he gave away play calling in his first season, I think, it's almost like even when they hire somebody like Mannion who doesn't have play calling experience, I think the priority for Nick is still going to be the general, manager on the sideline there. It's not going to be necessarily, having a heavy hand in the offense. So, I mean, that's not to say he's not going to have influence. I think he will. But in terms of calling the game, I think that it is going to be Sean Mannion. No, I can confirm. I can tell you from talking to people that Sean Mannion will be the one calling games.
Wow. All right. Listen.
Hopefully with minimal influence from Nick.
See, here's the thing. Like, I don't know how Sirianni can sleep at night. I'll be honest with you.
With you.
What's that?
I'm so with you. He's got a guy with 2 years coaching experience, never called a play.
Like, if that was me, I would be like, "Yo, Howie, I'm going to do it, and we're involved, and it'll be like he and I together." But like, I'm not just going to sit back. I got to manage the game. Like, come on. First of all, you don't manage the game that well.
Yeah, listen, we've talked about Nick's situational decisions and all this stuff. I think what I would say from being around him is he takes pride in that area. It's something that he puts a lot of time into. And I'm not sitting here telling you that he gets these decisions right every single time. I think that last season was not a good reflection on, that process, but I can tell you that it is a process that he puts a lot of effort into. So yeah, I mean,
what is that? Like, what is the process?
Their situational meetings, they have like extensive meetings, even like when they watch football, they'll text each other. You know, Nick will text guys on the coaching staff or guys in the front office about something that happens in a college game. He'll text players about it. You know,
I do that to
passionate about
Baldy.
Yeah.
I do that on my phone. I do that to about, I don't know,
Yeah.
20 coaches across college and the NFL. Like, that's not special.
Yeah, I'm telling you, from being around him, he puts a lot of time into it. That's my only defense for it. Yeah.
I don't deny it. I don't deny it. But like, you're not giving me points for it. Like, I'm not giving you points for that.
No, I'm not. I don't think he needs points for it. I'm saying that I'm trying to explain from his perspective, like
Right.
he thinks that is more important. Well, maybe not more important, but that is the best role that he can have on the sideline. I don't think Nick views it like, I think he looks at guys across the league who call plays, and he thinks that he has an advantage in terms of game management because he doesn't have to call the offense and manage the game. I'm not saying this isn't my argument. This is me telling you what Nick's argument would be here.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
But the thing I wanted to say about Nick, because as I was unpacking this hire, I know that there are people out there that are thinking, because Sean Mannion's young, he's gonna, it's not gonna be a one and done situation. I think this has every opportunity, every chance of being a one and done situation. If you look across the landscape of the NFL, especially after the way that this coaching cycle went, where there were a lot of fired head coaches, because honestly, expectations across the league seem like they're ramping up. There's a lot of movement with the head coaching market. And the result has been that, like, good offensive coordinators, like if you're a play calling offensive coordinator, you don't stay in that job. You get hired as a head coach these days. So, and like, as long as the Eagles are bringing in play calling offensive coordinators, this is the cycle we're going to be in.
Unless
Nick calls the plays. Because the only established play callers in the NFL are the head coaches who call the offense. And if you look at like the top quarterbacks in the NFL, like Pat Mahomes has got Andy Reid, Josh Allen has Joe Brady, who just became the head coach in Buffalo. Joe Burrow's got Zach Taylor. Like, these top quarterbacks, they've got their head coach as the play caller, and that is how they get the continuity.
I mean, go to McVay, go to Shanahan, go like
exactly.
all these guys, and here would be here's what I would wonder. All right. If I'm the Eagles and Sean Mannion is terrific, he's like, all of a sudden the offense is rolling and everything, and he gets an offer, I'm gonna let him go.
Yeah, well, it's the Dirk Cutter Joe Brady now, right? The offensive coordinator and the head coach.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Like, that's why if I'm Sirianni, I can't sleep at night. Because I'm going, hey, man, I got to make this my own.
Right.
I mean, otherwise, I'm expendable.
I understand that.
I can go get a bot to go manage the game.
You get a bot to send text to the players every night.
I mean, listen, if you're a fan of the Eagles, if you want them to succeed next year, you don't want Nick to do that. Like, if you're Nick, maybe, but you don't want Nick to have pride as the reason he's calling the plays. I think.
Well,
I think
mean, acumen. Like, it's not about pride. It's about, like, if you're worthy of being a head coach, you should be able to go in and be successful on that side of the ball.
Yeah. I mean, it is a unique situation, right? Like, to have the head coach, an offensive head coach that doesn't call the game. This is the situation. This is going to keep happening. That was my biggest take. One of my biggest takeaways is that, because I had a lot of people asking me, oh, well, because he's young, like, because Mannion's young, does that mean he's not going to be a one and done? It's like, if he does well here, he's going to be in head coaching conversations the same way that Davis Webb is. Maybe you get 2-3 years if it goes well, maybe, but he's going to be in head coaching conversations pretty right away if it goes well with the Eagles.
All right, I want to take it as good news, the Mannion hire. All right, because
sure, yeah.
I'm hopeful. I like it. I'm rooting upside. The other piece of really good news is that Vic is coming back. Yeah,
no, I heard you say that. And that's news to me. I mean, you've been on this.
I think I'm excited. I'm like, I think it's going to be this is kind of how I'm visioning this thing. Not, again, I see it as, all right, guys, let's get everyone back. All right, let's redo this thing. We're, as of now, we're still the reigning Super Bowl champs. All right, let's get this thing back rolling, man. Let's get healthy. Let's keep everybody intact. Lanes comes back. I think Lane will give him another year. Again, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think he comes back. So, the O-line stays healthy. You tweak a little bit. You're going to have to do what you're going to have to do. But you still got so much talent on defense. You got talent on offense. Let's go. Like, that's kind of how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, you just know that you give it time, that's where they're going to end up, right? And to your point with Lane, I think that decision will get made a few months from now. He's got a wedding coming up, and as much up in the air as it seemed at the end of the season, as the offseason progresses, you would like to think that as you get closer to training camp, that's when that feeling starts to really amp up, where it's like this is a chance that they have, because they are in a Super Bowl window. That is why. I mean, it's one of the reasons why we've had so much urgency with the offensive coordinator conversation. And they've got enough talent to do it, and they've got a lot to figure out in the interim. I think the offense is going to have to go through a pretty significant change, especially if Mannion has autonomy to run the offense that we expect to see, Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur influence coach run. So no, they've got a lot of work to do, but yeah, I think that there is still going to be that like urgency and optimism once we get closer to it here.
So who's the quarterback's coach?
It's a good question. That's a good question. I mean, if the fact that Mannion's only been a coach for 2 seasons, you'd think that some guys will stay on, but the quarterback's coach is so important. It wouldn't shock me if he's got someone in mind, especially again, with how much he harps on footwork and how much he's going to harp on, some of the fundamentals that tie into that scheme. It wouldn't shock me to see somebody from a McVay Shanahan tree, somebody, maybe one of those assistants, that have worked in those systems before.
What about how does he deal with the run game coordinator?
Yeah,
the whole Jeff Stoutland thing. As he was, do you have info on that and why he was relieved of as the run game coordinator?
Yeah, I want to make sure I give Jeff McClain credit for it, because he was the one who broke this and had, said that Jeff Stoutland lost his title as run game coordinator midway through the season. My guess is it was related to the usage of play action, especially late in the season. I think one thing you hear about Stoutland is that some of his concepts, the way that he likes to operate up front, doesn't always mesh well with the motion and the some of the play action stuff that you see from some of these modern offenses. Again, the McVay Shanahan influence system. So that would be my guess, is that it was an emphasis on the play action game and the motion game. Which is something that we saw as Nick got more involved toward the end of the season. We saw them use more of that stuff and really try to build the system around it. But listen, the results weren't great, even after it, obviously. So it's not like it had great results. But with Mannion coming in, I am curious how that's going to mesh with Jeff Stoutland's, philosophies and how those two guys work together.
Yeah.
Can that coexist? I mean, if they want to do motions and stuff, and your offensive line coach doesn't like the coach that way, how do you coexist in the same building?
I mean, they're going to have to, that's what they're going to have to figure out, and I'm not saying that like Stoutland operates like he can't do it with motion. I think that it makes it harder. You think about motion changes the picture, right before the snap for both sides, which is why, good coaches have figured out how to make it advantageous for them on offense. But, for especially as much as the Eagles work on combo blocks, like moving linebackers right at the snap, that does complicate things for the blocking scheme. So it's just a matter of them figuring it out. I mean, they're good. I mean, Jeff Stoutland, he's earned a lot of equity. He has proven himself as one of the best offensive line coaches in the league. So I think that there's a reason to believe they'll figure it out, but it's something they will have to figure out.
Yeah, it's interesting that Stoutland, because these concepts, it might feel new, but they're really old.
Sure, yeah. There's nothing new under the sun in football, right? That's what a coach will tell you. Yeah,
especially when it comes to play action and all that movement. I mean, they used to do that, you could see how everything evolved, right? From that to West Coast to spread to a lot of read option stuff, back to a lot of, play action with more motion. Now they're more creative today with it, but the concepts are still the same, which is why I'm surprised that Stoutland doesn't like that.
Yeah, no, it's just I think it really is about, because I've heard enough from Eagles offensive linemen about linebackers shifting late, the picture changing late. It messes with those zone running concepts. Now again, McVay and Shanahan, they figured it out, figured out how to make it advantageous. So honestly, I would guess if you get someone who really majors in that stuff and like high quality, you'll hear the coaching staff say like motion just to motion. If you get somebody who actually understands the purposes of these things and, is really, creative and getting advantages with them, I'm sure it'll mesh up well. But I think that that's just something we haven't seen from the Eagles offense in recent years.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So the offensive staff, what's it look like, and kind of, what do you think? Is Leffler back? What's his deal?
Yeah, I mean, again, it wouldn't shock me if they wanted somebody from that tree, somebody who has a better understanding of what the quarterback needs to do. But I guess this all boils down. Well, first, let me say, with some of the other assistants, the fact that Mannion's young, you'd probably expect that the Eagles can retain some of their assistants because he won't be able to build out a full staff. But some of those important positions, quarterback, wide receiver, especially, I do wonder if they'll want someone who has a background in the system that we expect Mannion to run. But that just brings me back to the big question, which is I'm not ready to just completely, say 100% that Mannion's going to get full autonomy to run this thing the way he wants to. There's a chance that this is still kind of a mesh between what we've seen from Nick, what we've seen Jalen likes to run, and Mannion. I mean, he doesn't have the cachet to come in here necessarily and just say, we're doing it my way. I think that's what the Eagles will need. But again, I mean, we've seen enough examples of this looking very similar despite the offensive coordinator. I'm not saying that it's a foregone conclusion. It's going to be, a McVay Shanahan offense next season.
Come on, EJ.
I'm just being a realist.
I'm
right?
excited this morning, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Friday. The weather stinks. I need happiness from you. Optimism.
I'm not expecting a full-fledged Shanahan McVay offense.
Right. I think if you're somewhere, if you're closer to it, that's encouraging. But
right.
Again, I've seen enough versions of this Eagles offense to not say with 100% conviction that it's going to look totally different. I think it should.
Can you give me a timeline of two things with Sirianni?
Yeah.
All right. His involvement in the offense, then through Kellen Moore. Remember that he shifts to not being part of the meeting rooms. To that, go start at Brian Johnson, then go through Kellen Moore, and then last year with Patullo. What is his, give me his own timeline and what influence he had?
Yeah, so I would say with him and Shane, it was probably 65 Shane, 35 Nick, right? And I think that, that is more than some people would have expected, but, I think that's what I would have guessed. The following year with Brian Johnson, I think it probably was actually pretty similar. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more of Nick, but pretty similar. I think with Kellen, it was probably 80% Kellen. We're not.
Well, I would probably go 90.
Jalen. What's that?
I would probably go 90.
Yeah, I would. Well, I was hedging against Jalen's influence here.
Yeah.
Let's leave Jalen out of here. So yeah, 85. I'll say 85 Kellen, and then 15 Nick, maybe even less. Honestly, you're probably right. 90 might be the right number there. And then this season, by the end of the season, I think it's probably 60 Patullo, 40 Nick. Maybe 55 Patullo, 45 Nick. I mean, Nick was involved in offensive meetings at the end of the season. He started leading some of those meetings, started really harping on some of the things he felt like they needed to really emphasize. And, they changed some things in terms of the direction they were going. It didn't work, though. The results were not there. So, I think with this hire, I think it needs to be 70%, 80% Mannion. I'm not ready to say that I'm 100% convinced that's going to happen.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like the Debbie Downer today. I feel like
no. Listen, it's all good. I think we're all optimistic and hopeful, and that's it.
No,
But
I
there-
think
But
there's
there's a
reason to
degree
be.
of realism that needs to be brought into the conversation. So I agree with you.
Yeah.
Give me the timeline of Nick and Jalen's relationship.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. You mentioned it earlier. I've heard the same thing, like lockstep with those guys these days. I think they learned the same lessons from 2023 in a convoluted way, and I think that winning the Super Bowl is, really brought them closer together. I'll give you guys like an inside look. There's been a picture of Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts, at the podium with the Lombardi Trophy in Jalen's locker all year. And a few years ago, I would have been shocked to see something like that. So no, I think that those guys, they see things very similarly now in terms of the priorities for the offense. But I think that the way that this year went, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that they're going to welcome a change. Again, I'm going to have to see it first. I want to see what this offense looks like.
Yeah, it's interesting about Jalen and Nick, right? So I'm curious, what about Jalen's role? Like we did the pie chart with the coaches. Throw Jalen into the pie chart.
Yeah, it's interesting with Shane. I mean, I'm not saying that it was necessarily like Jalen. I don't know if Jalen had as much say when Shane had this RPO heavy system, but I'm sure Jalen was on board with it. I think it really worked to his strengths. With Brian Johnson, I'd say he probably had, a significant portion of say in what they were running. I think if I had to guess, like that Brian Johnson offense, they were more aggressive. They were a little bit more turnover prone. I think that probably was a reflection of, some equity that Jalen had to run an offense that he wanted. And then, the following season with Kellen, I actually think there was like a push pull there. I don't think Kellen got to run everything he wanted to run. There were definitely elements to that offense that were things that Jalen was comfortable with, things that Jalen felt confident in. And then this last season, I mean, I do think that it looked a lot like Jalen and Nick wanted it to look. And I think that that's the question for the next OC is, how can you fit within the lane that Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts provide for you? And, can you drive between those lines? And if not, can you widen those lines, right? And I think that's a question the Eagles will have on Sean Mannion, but or an answer that they will have through the interview process. We don't really have that right now.
Except here's the problem with that line of thought. The offense was not good. The offense was bad. Like last year, their mindset was a prevent offense. That when you would go long stretches of the game without a completion or a first down, that's a huge problem. Like that's where you need Mannion to change to come in here. Like if I'm Howie, I'm going, look, hey Nick, I know what you did. Here's the results, man. Like I need you to get more closer to Sean than Sean get closer to you.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think that the way that the season went, I think that is what was necessary, an overhaul. That's why when we talked about candidates like Jim Bob Cooter or, to a lesser degree, somebody like Mike Kafka, it was just a little bit like, can they bring enough change to an offense that is in desperate need of it? I think that Sean Mannion should be able to do that. He has the background in enough systems that are significantly different than what we see in the Eagles run to suspect that is what he's been brought here to do. Again, it's just a matter of if they're all going to be able to be in lockstep together, installing a new offense that is, more in line with the modern offenses that we see succeed in the NFL these days. I mean, the Eagles have been successful, but it really has been sort of with a different path than what we've seen a lot of these top offenses do.
All right. So chat wants to know about AJ. We talked about AJ a little bit with Mike Garafolo yesterday. He wasn't really optimistic. What's your take on it?
Yeah, I heard what Mike said, and I do agree that like the relationship with the quarterback is the big question here, and whether or not that's tenable. I think just in general with AJ, the question that we don't have an answer to is, does he really want to be here? And if he doesn't, then is there a way back? So for me, that is probably going to be the determining factor. I don't obviously how he said what he said a couple of weeks ago. Like they don't want to trade great players. You know, if AJ can be committed here and be 100% in on this team, then yeah, the Eagles would clearly love to have him back. But yeah, I still am sort of. I don't know if I'm optimistic about him coming back. I think if he came back, he'd be a big winner, which with the Sean Mannion hire for the record. I think, you know,
so do I. That's
yeah,
why,
like wideouts, they can get downhill, run after the catch, you know, catch the ball over the middle and make one guy miss and, you know, take it for an explosive play. He's perfectly suited for this offense that, you know, we think Sean Mannion's going to run. But again, it's a matter of which version of AJ do you get, right? You know, like last season, I don't know if the Eagles sign up for that version of AJ Brown again, especially with how much frustration there was behind the scenes. But yeah, I think that they're going to have to figure out if there's a way back there for AJ to look more like he did 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Like I want to see him back.
Yeah.
But the only thing that bothered me from last year is that he talked about winning the Super Bowl and it not satiating him.
Yeah.
Like that it wasn't what he expected. And that was a little troublesome. Like, it's like, yo, dude, like, well, what do you want? Like, you just want to be on a bad team and, you know, catch every ball.
TDs.
Right. Like, you know, if that's what does it for you, because that's not like, you know, that shouldn't be enough. And by the way, you're on a bad team like that, you know, who's your quarterback?
Yeah, no, I'm sure. I mean, AJ's a competitor. He probably, if he was on a bad team catching, you know, 15 passes a game, he'd still be upset that they're losing games, right? But no, I do think being around AJ, like I take him, I think I think he was telling the truth when he says like what drives him is winning his matchups and dominating games, being the one to make the big play in a big game. He didn't do that this year, you know, like full stop. Like, you know, he struggled this season in those big moments. And I mean, there were some really costly mistakes from him that, you know, cost the Eagles game. So I think it depends on which version you get from him. But I hear you. I mean, that Super Bowl thing, like a year later, with everything we know now, like we look at it in a much different context. And, you know, I think that a lot of great receivers have dealt with this. I think I'll give AJ some credit because I think he's been more like open about it and, you know, more, I think he's been more introspective about that inner turmoil that receivers have. But at the end of the day, it is still like that star receiver, you know, my personal success, my personal gain versus the team success. I think that is still at the end of the day, what we're talking about here.
EJ, you guys talk about their friendship. Do you think it's a causation, a correlation, or a coincidence that they become friends, Jalen and Nick, and the offense goes to crap?
It's a fair question. You know, I think, well, we talk a lot about like the double negative, right? You know, Jalen being turnover averse and the offense being, you know, risk averse. I think that there's something there, but you know, I think it's also, I mean, you can't absolve like Kevin Patullo's role and like the feel for the game. So I think it's a multitude of things, but no, there's definitely something there. They were not aggressive. They were not an aggressive offense last year.
My man, listen, this is the first weekend since August we had no football. I'm sad. It's a horrible, first of all, it's freezing cold.
Yep.
It's miserable. There's no sports on TV. It's going to suck as a weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch TV Todd because I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, we're going out to San Fran on Sunday, so, but still, before that, I mean, I'm going to be watching soccer, and maybe I'll watch a movie. I haven't watched a movie in months.
Yeah. No, I think it's a good time.
Yeah.
Eat some waffles.
Some homemade waffles. Yeah, I might get into that.
Good waffle we go.
None of these frozen waffles, though. I can't get on board with the frozen waffles.
He's so weird, EJ.
Why I'm the trash man.
Man, we love you, brother. Good stuff.
Thanks for having me,
Keep
guys.
it up, man. Thanks, brother. There he is. The great EJ Smith. We love EJ. Coming up, Baldy. So,
Oh, man.
Baldy
You see his
on
check-in?
Sean Mannion.
Do you see where he is?
No.
He's in the Cayman Islands.
Where did you see it? On social media?
Yeah, he checked in on like Instagram or something.
He's the greatest, man. He's just the greatest. There's nobody like him. There's nobody like him, man. He's the best. He really is. So we'll get Baldy coming up. and then Danny D, and then TV Todd. We'll talk. We'll mix in some Sixers and some Flyers. This, you know, what's funny that you brought up Marcus Hayes talking about the Giannis trade, and
Yeah.
that's going to be the new sports radio thing. Like, one side's going to be like, no, and the other side's going to be like, superstar, you got a superstar. You got to do it. I'm not
The worst
giving
thing
up man.
Worst thing that happened was Giannis said he wants to play with Maxey, or he'd like to play with Maxey. So worst thing, we did not need that out there.
Well, Giannis works out with Drew Hanlon. Tyrese works out with Drew Hanlon. You know, Joel works out with Drew Hanlon. I took it more like, wait, hold on. This is a Schefter piece.
Uh-oh.
This is interesting. I like this. Hold on. Schefter, where's it at? Let me get it. All right, here you go. Oh, come on, man. I just saw it. Where'd it go?
Oh,
There
I got it.
is.
You want me to read it?
No, I got it. More help in Philadelphia. The Eagles are hiring former Buccaneers offensive coordinator Josh Grizzard as their pass game coordinator. Grizzard now will join the new Eagles offensive coordinator Sean Mannion. I like that.
I like it. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because with his inexperience, you need more good, sharp guys in the room.
Give me the Grizzard. I got
Yeah.
the Mannion and the Grizzard. I'm down. I like it, man. I like the Grizzard.
Yeah.
Listen, the more people that are there to
help Nick.
dilute the Sirianni effect.
Yes. Delusion.
Am
That's
I
amazing.
nuts? Am I
No.
nuts?
No, you seem perfectly sane to me.
I
I mean, in this respect, yes.
mean, you got a head coach and you're trying to dilute his
Bringing in all these offensive minds for your offensive head coach.
I don't know, dude. I just don't understand it.
So he must send out some really great texts to these players during games. You gotta get in. You gotta get a screenshot of some of these texts he's sending out.
Yeah.
Must be a
But I
fun
love
guy.
it. Grizzard. Ethan,
Grizz.
Baldy does not see a Zoom link. So, if you would, maybe text him. But first, let's do this. Let's take care of some business, and I'll help coordinate as the guest coordinator right here on the show. Let's take care of some business.
Elkin Chevrolet, run by three brothers, real brothers, local guys. They're at the dealership every day, making sure everything's going smooth. And right now, they're lining up deals that are hard to beat. They got a huge inventory of Chevy trucks and SUVs, everything people actually want to drive. Silverados, Colorados, Trailblazers, Equinox, Tahoes, Suburbans, you name it, they got it. And the prices, well, they'll move fast. So if you've been thinking about it, now's the time. Whether you get into the game, getting to work, or just getting out of town for a little bit, you'll drive off in the perfect ride, and it'll be at the perfect price. And here's the thing. Elkins isn't just a one-and-done kind of place. These are the guys you go back to again and again because they treat you right, no runaround, no games, just real people, real deals. Elkins Chevrolet, they're real brothers, real deals, and a whole lot of honking good service going on. It's Route 73 south of Marlton, real easy to get to, right over the bridge. And you know what we say, together, let's drive.
Starting off the new year, I'm going to optimize me because I'm going to start taking Mars Men. Why? Because I've been feeling sluggish and the 40s isn't hitting the same way as my 30s did. And Mars Men gives you the same benefits of optimized testosterone, energy, strength, and focus without shutting down your body. No synthetics, no needles, no dependency. It's like hitting that reset button on the hormone factory instead of shutting it down. And the best part, there's a 90-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to you. Worst case, you don't love it, you get your money back. But 91% of users Keep using it and keep those high energy levels. For a limited time, our listeners get 50% off for life, plus free shipping and 3 free gifts at mengotomars.com. It's the perfect way to kick off the new year strong. That's mengotomars.com for 50% off and 3 free gifts when you check out.
All right. We are all set. You know, it's downright miserable in the Delaware Valley. It's freezing. It's bad, ugly snow that's a week old that's turned to ice. All right.
Negative wind chills.
Tonight it's going down to 1 degree. It would be 1. So let us now go to the Cayman Islands, where the most interesting man in the world has taken up shop before the Super Bowl on the Xfinity mobile call-in line, Baldy.
Baldy, Baldy. Oh, let's talk some football. Baldy, Baldy. Oh, he likes meats and football.
Oh, Baldy.
I gotta tell you, cuz I'm not here to stick it and rub it in, but breakfast, there's something about that omelet station this morning on the beach with your toes in the sand. The coffee is just perfect, and you're like you're just saying to yourself, life is supposed to be good. You know, we're supposed to evolve, and I feel like breakfast on the beach is good evolution.
Look at him. He's got a glow. All right?
He does. Look at him.
I mean, you look transparent. You look like a corpse. And even I feel like I had no pigment. I mean, Baldy, how hot it's going to be today?
78. 78 today. Good humidity.
Perfect.
The water's calm right now. Going to do some diving at Stingray City here today. Like sometime around noon, I should be getting in there.
What do you put in that omelet at the omelet station?
Oh yeah, no, I had the cheese and the mushrooms and the spinach. It was to perfection. It really was perfection.
Did you have a little mimosa to wash it down too?
No, I didn't have any mimosa. I'm not like a morning drinker, but the coffee, I felt like they just picked the watermelon and chilled it. It was just
oh man.
Oh my God.
He's on the same watermelons.
Yeah.
Oh, you are, they brought the most interesting man back in the ad.
I saw that. Dozecki brought him back. Yeah.
Dude, I put you above that guy every day of the week.
Well, you got to maximize. I just did bowl season, cuz I just went from the Hula Bowl to the American Bowl, to the Senior Bowl, and all the playoff games and everything in between. I'm like, I got to go to San Francisco on Tuesday. I'm like, let's get out. Let's get out. The whole country's under a deep freeze. And so somehow, I've never been to the Cayman Islands. I'm not sure how. My brother used to dive here, Bloody Bay Wall, like all this stuff. So I'm like, got my girl, let's go to Cayman's, hour flight from Miami. Like the people couldn't be nicer. The jerk barbecue ribs last night were freaking awesome, man. Awesome. Pounding a few Cayman beers. It was good, man. It was really good.
Oh my God, dude. I just think how miserable my life is. And I just and I just close my eyes. I imagine I'm you. God bless you, brother. And that's with all admiration. All right. Eagles have an OC.
Yeah.
Sean Mannion, all right, 2 years out of playing, long-time backup, as you know, Oregon State.
Yeah.
All right. Very bright. You talk to people, seems like a bright guy, obviously inexperienced. What's your take?
Look, I don't know what he's going to be like. He was there in Green Bay for 2 years. Took over for Tom Clements, who retired, longtime quarterback coach and coordinator in this league. Everybody had respect for Tom. They filled that role. LaFleur's calling the plays, so it's all Matt LaFleur's offense. The offense line coach, who's being, is very, very good. Also was heavily involved. So I don't know what Sean did there. The first year, he looked like he was just an assistant. With that, last year he coached the quarterbacks, Malik Willis, Jordan Love, whatever. I mean, the resume just seems really thin. Doesn't mean he can't do it. Philip Rivers was being talked about as a hire for a head coach. Doesn't mean he can't do it, but the resume is very, very thin. And so, all right, he was in Seattle, Russell Wilson. He's in all those quarterback meetings, probably understands a great deal about offense. Most backup quarterbacks, Doug Peterson, longtime backup quarterback, had a very thin resume too, went to high school, coached high school down in Louisiana, whatever, became a head coach pretty quickly. But this seems really thin, really thin. Like, I'm not saying he can't do it, and I don't know how much Nick is going to let him run with the offense. Like Kellen Moore he was a lifetime backup quarterback, but he had a good resume, in some stops. And now he's a head coach. This is a pretty quick rise for Sean right now.
So let me ask you this. They hired Josh Grizzard, too, we just found out, as the passing game coordinator. So that should also help him a little bit because he's been an OC. Yeah. And I know you're very close to Tampa. What do you know about Josh Grizzard?
Well, we saw Tampa has gone through 4 coordinators in 4 years, right? So Zach Robinson was there. Liam Cohen was there as a coordinator for a year after being with the Rams, and Liam left. And when Liam was there 2 years ago, Baker Mayfield had one of the 10 greatest seasons ever by a quarterback in the history of this league. If you go by touchdowns, 41, yards, 4,500 plus. One of only 10 quarterbacks in the history of the game to do it under Liam Cohen. Last year, Josh Grizzard gets the job, elevated, was on the staff, and it was a disaster. Now, you could point to, Bucky Irving got hurt, and Tristan Wirfs was hurt to start the season. The offensive line was banged up. But Baker was terrible last year. He wasn't good at all. And so is that Josh Grizzard? Is that the injuries? What was that? He didn't look anything like he did the 2 previous seasons. So I'm not putting it on Josh Grizzard, but that's part of his resume. So I don't know. Are they going to combine forces and be 2 court? Like, is it a co-coordinator? I don't know the dynamics yet. That'd be something that Nick should probably clear up before everybody gets confused.
Well, no, I just to clarify, Mannion is the OC, and Grizzard will be the passing game coordinator.
Okay. So Mannion's going to call the plays.
Yep.
He's going to be in Jalen's ear. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Well, yep. I mean, I don't think we have a proven coordinator the way, let's say, Shane Steichen was or Kellen Moore was. We've seen other guys that were unproven and they got blown out in a year. So, and I'm not saying that this combination right now is going to be that. We now understand that Stoutland kind of lost run game responsibilities last year, which is I didn't know that. Like, it seems pretty surprising to me. He's the most senior guy on that staff, on any part of that offensive staff. And I would listen to him before I would listen to anybody on that staff over everything. Protection, run game, you name it. I would listen to Stout over all those guys. So, they got to grow into the job.
So apparently, Stout was not a fan of a lot of the play action and motion, and that's not like what he believes in. So I guess that precipitated that move.
Okay. Everybody has their own thing, but in this league right now, if you're not having pre-snap motion, if you're not doing some of the things that we're seeing around the league, I don't know. Like, I just think it's too easy to play defense on you.
Right.
Like, there isn't some of that stuff.
Right. Now, I agree. I think that's why.
I mean, even if you look at last week and you look at the touchdown by Jackson Smith and Jigba, like, there's a lot of stuff that went on before that play, and the Rams completely broke down. All right. And he was completely free. Now, if you just line up in a 2x2 set and you go run the same route combination, I'll bet the Rams don't break down. I'll bet the Rams cover that thing pretty good. So, this pre-snap stuff, it's eye candy in a lot of ways. What's the final? But you talk to experienced middle linebackers in this league, and they'll tell you, like this stuff can be difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had talked to EJ just right before you, and he had said Stoutland might not be a fan of the pre-snap motion because it has the linebacker shift and makes it harder to block. You as an offensive lineman, like how big a deal was that for you? Like last minute shifts by the linebackers.
Well, if you look at the 4th and 1 breakdown by Denver last week, so Denver goes for it on 4th and 1. We all questioned the Sean Payton call, right? But right before the snap, they went from a base defense to a goal line defense, and they shifted. And Denver completely blew the protection. And Milton Williams came free, like right at Jarrett Stidham. Like that stuff, like I've always said this, like why don't defenses stem late? Like
right.
Like, as an offensive lineman, it's not terrifying. Like we're smart enough to do this. Some of us are smart enough to do this on the fly and just adjust. But it's a whole lot easier if they're stagnant and sitting there and you're looking, over at Kelsey over here, you're looking at Lane Johnson over here if you're the right guard, and you're or Juergens, whoever it is, and you're just like, oh, we got, we just give you that look, and we know we're comboing here, or we're sliding here. But when they stem late, there are breakdowns.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what does it say about Sirianni that he's fine with Mannion calling the plays, and he's coming from that tree? It's going to be different. And now you're bringing Grizzard. Like, what happens if Mannion's great? Then he leaves and gets another job, right? Like, what's it say about Sirianni?
Well, if he's great, that's good. That means the Eagles are having a good season. If you lose him, all right, yeah, at least you had a good season. You could say that with Sykin. You could say that, with Doug Peterson. You could say that with.
Well, I'm saying in relation to Sirianni, which is like, at what point do you go?
You just elevate that next guy.
Yeah, like at what point you go, hey, it's great. You're a CEO coach. Okay. Well, you got to give me more. I'm sorry. Like, I don't understand like you're going young, inexperienced, and he's still not going to be hands on.
Yeah. And Green Bay was not great this year at all, offensively. There was a lot of questions as to whether LaFleur was going to survive. Now that's a different organization. They just don't blow guys out. Even at the end of Mike McCarthy's tenure, people were saying things about Mike McCarthy that he wasn't sharp. He wasn't in all these different meetings. Where was he? All that stuff was coming out, whether it's true or not. That stuff was all coming out of Lambeau Field up there. So I don't know what it says, cuz. I don't know what to think. How involved is Nick ever in these offensive game plans? Because the answer when things are struggling, and they have struggled for large chunks of his tenure, is we're going to get this fixed. We're going to get this fixed. The same song and dance. I don't even listen to press conferences because it's meaningless. But I don't know. Like, does he think he can? Like, does Sean Mannion just because there's two completely different ideas.
Yeah,
Gus Grizzard in that offense, right. What they run in Tampa and what they're running in Green Bay is completely different offenses and different. I would imagine that there is almost no crossover in language and how the play is called. So how they're going to combine both into a game plan or just a playbook, it would be interesting to me.
How do you foresee the future of the NFC East? Now that you got Harbaugh with the Giants, looking where they're at. Interestingly, Christian Parker, who is here, goes to Dallas. I know you're with Clint Hurt, who I love. Vic's coming back, so I'm hearing that Vic's back.
Okay,
it's great news for the Eagles. So where are you at with the division? Washington took that big step backwards. So how do you kind of foresee that now?
Well, the Eagles are the first team since 2002 to win back-to-back, division titles. So, they're still the top dog in this whole thing. But we've seen these teams turn things around in a year. We're just looking at the New England Patriots go from winning 3 games to 14. After they won 3 games, I guess 2 years in a row, they were the doormat of the league, and they've just won 14. We saw the same thing with the Washington Commanders. So the idea that the Giants can't turn it around a year is ridiculous. Like they have talent. They're going to add talent. They're going to get Malik Neighbors and Scatterboo and Dart. And they're going to have stability. They're going to have a kicker. Like there's going to be that if they turn things around and become a playoff contender, it won't surprise me. Dallas looks like I think Christian Parker is going to help that team. I do think he's going to help them, but their secondary was awful last year. They couldn't play zone. They couldn't play man. I saw him. And then they blew out Trevon Diggs. Like they just let him go. Like the guy could play. Now, you at some point, you have to be a great teacher. I think Christian Parker's a great teacher because I haven't been around him a lot, but I've been in these meetings at the American Bowl, Senior Bowl. I've been in these meetings with these guys, and I'm listening to Clint Hurt teach. And I've listened to Brian Billick teach. And the difference in his business is teaching.
Yeah.
You look at you couldn't say, okay, they struck gold with Quinion and Cooper, right? And they did. But if you look at those kids practice, they're amazing practice players. Like all they do is work on their fundamentals and techniques. And it carries over to Sundays. Now, is that part because of who the kid is? Yeah, for sure. That's their DNA. That's how they're wired. If there's a freeze, they never stop moving at practice, those two kids. But Christian Parker's probably in a meeting telling him, this is what you need to do with your footwork. This is the bent elbow I want you to cover this wide receiver with. So it carries over to the game. Now, do they lose a lot by losing Christian? I'm guessing they will. And will Dallas improve a lot? I'm guessing they will. But that team has holes in it. And Washington has to blow out both coordinators, like they did after 14 games the year before. And, really challenging. I mean, going to Detroit and scoring 45 points, whatever, in a playoff game, like it tells me like they're back to being dysfunctional in some way.
Yes. Totally agree.
Love hearing that.
Yeah, I love hearing that too. Like the Dallas assessment. I love it. It's interesting because you brought up like Clint and players.
I'm just telling you this. If you spend, if anybody, any level of football fan, spent 5 minutes talking to Clint Hurt, you'd be impressed. He's an impressive man. His oratory skills are good. His command is excellent. Like he sees the big picture. Like I'm watching him run Senior Bowl practice 2 days ago. Like the practice you got these kids from every school, whatever. Like the practice is good. Like it moves. It's click. Like the guy has a command. Like there's a reason why he should be considered a head coaching candidate.
Yeah, I told you how I love him, and I've seen how he dealt with Jalen Carter. I've seen how
Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis turned his whole life around, and I don't think Jordan, like just knowing Jordan a little bit, like what we're seeing is just the beginning. Yeah, it's just the beginning. Yeah. He's going to be a force. Yeah, Milton Williams is a force. Like you look at these guys that have come on and developed, like that's Clint. Like his ability to teach and develop. Same thing, like it's his team in Seattle for the most part. Now, Mike McDonald came and put his finishing touches on how they cover and what the secondary looks like, and they've added Emanwari and Tank Lawrence. But by and large, they won 10 games with Clint, with the defensive coordinator the year before in Seattle.
Yeah, I'm completely with you. So let's talk about New England, Seattle for a second, because I think New England's defense is getting short-changed a little bit.
Oh, sure.
I mean, you got, and as great as that offense is in Seattle, I think there's a recipe for the Patriots because their front can get after Darnold, and Christian Gonzalez is one of the best in the business.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that they're going to put Gonzo on Jackson Smith and Jigba a great deal. Now, there's ways that you can. Yeah. It's not every play, but there's going to be moments.
Not basketball, but yeah.
No, it isn't. But I mean, Gonzo is 6'2". He runs. He's just so fluid and so smooth. He's as good as there is out there. Like I can see them putting a little bit of a blanket on Jackson Smith and Jigba and making the ball go other places. But, Marcus Jones, Carlton Davis, Craig Woodson, the rookie safety, like these guys, first of all, they all tackle well. You're not going to see bad tackling in this game. You're going to see crisp, sharp tackling. All right. And so you're not going to see a lot of yards after the catch. I don't believe. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but just looking, and then their front, like they can do anything you want to do. Spillane will be back. But if you want to run a 4-man front with twist stunts, they're running the same twist that Vrabel ran under Belichick. Like that's a well-coached team, very well-coached team. And so, there's a reason why they finished the season ranked 4th in the league in defense. Seattle finished 1, but you're going to see you're not going to see these teams. Like, I don't think you could go up and down the field the way Stafford did on Seattle. That's just Stafford. That's Stafford, his ability to see everything. And then to have Puka, and to have what they have. Like, New England doesn't have that, and that's a lot to ask Drake May to see the field pre-snap the way Stafford does. I think this thing is going to be a low-scoring defensive battle.
I do too. I said the same thing. I think it's a low-scoring game. I could see a world where Christian Gonzalez is the MVP, like where it's like he does something,
He's a fantastic player. He's
so underrated. I love that dude. He's so underrated, like outside of football. You know what I mean? Like in the fan ranks, he's just underrated. He's such a great player.
Yeah. Well, I know they don't feel that way in New England, but Marcus Jones is an unbelievable player. Like he's a slot defender. He's a pit bull in there. He's a returner. Like he's just and you talk to him. Like he's really mature. He's really smart. Like he's just they don't blow assignments in New England.
No.
They don't. I talked to Drake May a couple weeks ago. Like that guy, like they're so well prepared. This just you got Josh 2 weeks to get ready. There's one reason why Brady won all the Super Bowls he did with Josh at the coordinator position there. They're going to be ready to attack their coverages and fronts and protection. Like they're going to be ready.
What makes Vrabel such a good coach?
I think it starts like if you just turn the sound down on the TV, didn't listen to anything, just watch the sideline shots of him. He's so engaged. Everything. Like, his ability to communicate in real time. You watch some of these head coaches and they got a headset on, they're never talking to anybody. They're just standing there. Like Vrabel works the entire sideline. He's talking to the referees. He's looking at the spot, by challenging the spot. Like he's going up and down like he's a linebacker going, is it 4th and 6 inches? Is it 4th and a yard? He knows all that. And he's communicating it to Josh. Josh, it's 4th and more than a yard. Like he's got the eyeballs on all that. And then like if a guy does make a boneheaded mistake, like the guy isn't walking off to the sideline without any repercussion. He's getting the stare or the look, or he's getting, and then like I remember this scene when he was playing. And it's really important because generally in these Super Bowl games, these officials swallow the whistle and they just let these guys play. So there was one Super Bowl, it might have been the one where they had to come back against Atlanta. It seems like it was that one. But anyways, there's this great scene when Belichick comes over to the defensive line. And he says to him, he goes, look, they're not calling holding. So stop it. Stop looking for it and start using your technique. Get your pad level down, get your hands out, like get off the block and diss the block and go make the play. Like he's emphatic about it. And you can see Vrabel saying the same thing to Milton Williams and Darden, and Christian Barmore. Like win with your and so then you watch them last week against Denver, who's a very good offensive line, and their pad levels underneath Denver, and they're getting off blocks, RJ Harvey's getting a yard. They shut the run game down completely.
Oh yeah.
But comes back to some techniques and fundamentals, and just reemphasizing some of the things that help you win football games. So if you ask me what makes Vrabel special, he holds these guys accountable. Like you never see ever Stephon Diggs act up. You never see the me and Diggs that we've seen in other places. You never see bad body language from that kid. He's going to his first Super Bowl. Like he completely bought in. That's a guy that's caught a lot of passes in this league from some good quarterbacks in this league. But that guy is completely bought in. And then it's interesting if Butte or Pop Douglas, whoever scores a touchdown, the receivers all come celebrate together. They run down if they weren't on the field for the play, they run down the sideline and they all celebrate together. Like you can feel the team community with the Patriots.
That's beautiful. Hey, the big news this week was Belichick not going in. I first ballot. I don't understand it. Your thoughts, Baldy?
Well, not only don't I understand it, but I understand how, and I don't know if this is Bill Polian has been reported, but I don't understand how anybody could be swayed out of it. Like, I don't even get that. Okay, we got to get 10 voters to vote against it, and that way he doesn't get it. Like, I don't even understand how somebody could be swayed. I understand how you can have that debate on some coaches that have gotten in. You know, I can understand that. I can understand players being swayed and talked out of it because this is the year so-and-so is getting in. I can't understand any voter with any merit being swayed out of it. I can see one player being, or one coach or one voter saying, I'm against this because of this, and this. And they're bitter or whatever. I can understand that. I can't understand anybody being talked out of that vote.
No, it's absurd, man.
Ridiculous.
It really is. It's completely absurd. Who did you like from the Senior Bowl? Who stood out to you?
They had this kid from John Carroll University. This story is amazing. This kid, Ty Montgomery. I had him at the American Bowl. So, I'm just warm. Like, I met the kid during the week. So listen to this. The kid is a son of military parents. Both mom and dad are Army brats, right? So the kid is recruited D1, Division I to LSU and takes the scholarship to LSU to play basketball, right? And his mother gets ill and he forgoes the year and he comes back to spend time with the family, taking care of his mom. So he loses the scholarship, ends up going to some school, plays wide receiver, goes to John Carroll and kind of lights it up. The kid is 6'1", he's 200 pounds. He's going to run in the 4.3s or 4.4s. He catches everything that throws to him.
Wow.
So I talked to my guys at the Steelers and some other teams. They're like, oh, man, that kid interviewed really well. I'm like, hell yeah, he does. The kid's grounded. He's really sharp. But, sometimes these bowl games, you need a kid from John Carroll without a big history of playing football. Like I asked him, I go, do you ever play football? He goes, no. He goes, I love basketball. But in some ways, basketball is a great it's a great
primer. Yeah.
Yes, for football.
Yeah.
Like a kid like that needs, he literally cried when they told him he's going to the Senior Bowl. Like he never thought it was a chance. Like that kid is hungry. So I just watched him in practice this week. He's really good. The defensive line, they've got some really good players, man. This kid, Gabe Akis from Illinois, he's 6'3", 275. He leads every drill. It's a defensive end. They just don't make him like that, built like that. I think he lost a little bit of weight to maybe look quicker or faster. But I think the defensive line is going to be the star of this.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Baldy, did you happen to see my man? I got a list of wish list people. Gennings Dunker with the mullet. Did you see him?
Yeah,
How'd he look?
Well, the mullet's real. But so Gennings is he's an Iowa kid. Like he grew up on a farm.
That's my man.
Yeah. No, that's real. Reminds me of Joe Tipman. He's still got his mullet with the Jets. Play right guard for him, but out of Wisconsin. But this kid is these kids that grow up on these farms, like Creed Humphrey in Kansas City, whatever. These farmers out of Iowa, never bet against them ever. All they know is work and hard work. That kid lined up at right tackle, left guard, right guard. You need a guard to come in for a drill. He's first one on the field. And then you look at his body, it's just strong, country strong. He was impressive.
Yeah, those kids. Look at Cooper. I mean, those kids work, man. They just do.
But that program, that coach at that program, he's the all-time winningest Big Ten coach in the history of the Big Ten. He's all,
if they're ever able to get a running back and a quarterback and a receiver, they they would be it. Like,
They build the trenches though. You don't get on the field unless you can block or get off a block.
I mean,
Like,
tight
they-
ends.
every
great tight ends, great line.
every organization that drafts those Iowa kids, they know what they're getting.
Yeah, no, it's the truth. All right, last thing. You are in the islands. You are an island. You're a man who knows the island culture.
Yeah.
Give us the do's and don'ts of island culture.
Never pay full price for anything. Everything's negotiable. Never. Like, I've made that mistake too many times. Like, everything, you can beat any price down. Okay. It's either taxi, $60 go. No,
Wave runners.
Like, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, okay, you want to go fishing charter, go catch some tuna today, and then we'll quote you $1,200 for it. Like, no, I'll do it for $1,000. You take it or leave it. Like, you just beat them up. That's number one. Never pay full price. Like, it's just, they're going to overcharge you. Like, because you're a tourist, you're over.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna you just don't tolerate that.
Yeah.
That rule is, it doesn't matter if you're in the Caymans or the Bahamas or if you're in the Dominican.
Yeah, it travels. Yeah.
You're not paying full price.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Do you do
How
any
about-
of the tiki drinks, like I don't know, Mai Tais or anything when you're on the islands?
No, I drink beer and tequila. That's it. Like, I'm not into any of the fruit drinks, and don't put in an umbrella. Not
No
drinking any of
umbrellas?
the drinks. Nah, I don't need that. I don't need to feel like I'm in the islands. I already adapt. I already feel like I'm a local, right? So I've never worn, like, I don't own any jewelry, but I would never wear any jewelry. Like, I'm not giving any reason for anybody to look at me twice for another reason. So
Genius. Tequila, baby. I love it.
give me some agave, cuz. Give me some agave. I'll squeeze some lime, some fresh island lime into that drink with some ice. I'm doing that.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I wish I was hanging with you, brother. Listen, enjoy yourself.
How cold is it again, cuz? How cold is it?
Tonight's going to be 1 degree.
I love that laugh.
That's it.
That is my favorite laugh.
Wait, how long are you there till?
I'm leaving on Monday morning.
Oh, but you're going to all right, so here's the weekend. The weekend here. Tonight, the high's 19, the low's 1. Tomorrow, the high is 20. The low is 3.
So nothing's melting.
No,
Sunday,
frozen, solid.
severe weather advisory. Here you go. Severity, possible threat to life or property. Wind chills as low as 10 below. This is all part of southern Delaware, northeast Maryland, northern, northwest, southern New Jersey, and central and southeast Pennsylvania. The cold wind chills as low as 10 below zero could result in hypothermia if precautions aren't taken.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna post some photos, some videos today of me swimming with some red snapper and some turtles.
Ooh.
Yeah. Maybe I'll take.
God bless you. God bless
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Listen,
no.
you enjoy it, brother. We love
All
you,
right,
man.
man.
Thanks,
All right,
buddy.
cuz.
You're the greatest.
All right, guys.
Great.
Yep. Thank you, man.
Most
Have a great
interesting
week.
man in the world. The real most interesting man in the
The
world.
real one, yes. I don't know how they do a campaign without him involved at this point.
It's Baldy, man. It's the truth.
That giggle is the best.
My God. What I wouldn't give right now to feel the sun's warmth. What I wouldn't feel to feel like, you know that my favorite thing is you spend all day on the beach, you take a shower, and you feel the sun and like the medicine that the vitamin D that it gave us, and your face feels a little charred but good, not burnt. Like and a thing of tequila. I dreamt about drinking tequila last night. Now that
You did?
when Baldy brought up tequila, I dreamt I was drinking tequila last night.
I'm
But I
looking
don't know
right
where
now.
I was.
The water temperature at the Cayman Islands is 82 degrees.
Oh,
Like bath water.
Dude, oh my God. All right, we got Danny D. Time for Making Varsity with our man Danny D. Well, I know we'll talk Sixers as well. But first, let's talk about some of our friends. Talk about the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app and the major giveaway. Season tickets. You got a chance to win season tickets to your home state's squad. 2027 season tickets. All right. All you got to do is place a $25 wager on the big game. New and existing customers, all right, all are there. You will get an automatic entry for each of the $25 bets you make into the grand prize drawing. And the grand prize drawing is season tickets to the 2027 season. So you're in, obviously here, Birds, Western PA, the Black and Gold, Maryland, the Ravens, and Michigan, the Lions. So that's what's going on. BetParks.com has all the details. All right. So make sure you check it out and go have fun, man. Enjoy yourself. Big game. I like New England, and under is what I like in the game. We'll talk more about it, but the big game giveaway underway. You're going to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Maryland, Michigan. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now, let's talk about Rothman Orthopedics. Now, I was telling you my travails about the trash can and my big trash thing, and it was entombed in ice. And then I slipped trying to get it free because today's trash day. And, of course, I did a split. So now the groin is bugging me. So what I got to do is go to Rothman. Because any injury that you have, you go to Rothman, they have a team for every body part. Shoulder and back and neck and elbow and ankle and knee. They are the greatest doctors right here. And their mission is getting you back to doing what you love to do. That's the Rothman experience. Check out RothmanOrtho.com/PHLY to make an appointment today. You're feeling it? Go see Rothman. RothmanOrtho.com. Now, let's welcome.
Danny D just sent a picture. I saw this. A lady's car under 95. There was a water main break where her car was parked. It's crazy. And I'm hoping when Danny D comes up, maybe Ethan can pull it up. It's nuts.
Oh, my God. I'm just looking at it. Oh, my God. It's entombed.
It's crazy.
Oh, let's get him on here. Good morning, Danny D.
Gentlemen, how we doing?
Is that your office?
No, this is the house. I'm on Montgomery today.
Oh,
I'm up out a little bit, so I'm
You got a little map behind them.
I like the map.
A little brick wall of the map. You got to be a little cultured over here, VG.
It's elevated. Oh my God!
This is where I
like Baldy.
This is where I'm at when I'm half asleep on Saturday mornings with you. This is my studio.
Every Saturday morning.
That's right.
We do our Project NL show on Fox Sports Radio. It's a national show. So if you're up at 5 a.m. and can't sleep, you got me and Danny. All right. So that's the deal. By the way, Tony,
It's a great show. I put it on my coming home after the club, something like the bars. I put it on. It's great, man.
Into the
Danny
club.
D sounds like he's half asleep for the first 20 minutes. It was good.
No, he doesn't.
Better. I've been waking up earlier. I'm talking to myself, walking around my house, trying to get my voice going.
Yeah, he's great.
Oh yeah, you're doing like theater exercises, like.
I'm trying it all. I'm doing some hums. I'm doing it all.
I like it. Yeah, my
My
man, putting the work
Tony
in.
the ref will be at Penn Charter today.
Oh, the ref, Tony the ref.
Yeah, so he's going to be at Penn Charter today.
All right, make sure he gives a good charge call today. We need
And Tasty Cake Dom. I love Danny D. He's a sharp young man. They all love Danny D.
I love talking ball with Tasty Cake, man. He's a hooper. He loves it, man. He's fired up.
You are a hooper. Let's start before we get into making varsity. Let's start with the Sixers. All right. Let's start with Giannis. Now, per Mark Stein, who's part of the All City Network, Mark said that the Sixers have not reached out to Milwaukee about Giannis, but that Giannis has the Sixers on one of his teams. So he would go to the Sixers. He works out with Drew Hanlon, whom you know, and would love to play with Tyrese Maxey.
So I'll give you a little scoop here, Ant. They ain't putting VJ in the trade, and that's the only way it's getting done, from my understanding. So that's the stall. Sixers aren't going to move off VJ. You know, they got control for a long time. They love him. Him and Maxey are the future. PG, McCain, picks, I think they're going to get something better. But that's the only way if Milwaukee strikes out and Giannis kind of says, this is where I want to be. But any trade in Milwaukee right now would want VJ, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that was my stance. I'm so with that. I'm not moving VJ. I'm not. No, you could see him. You could see he's going to be a star, right? Like there's no way in the world.
You got him on a rookie deal,
right?
You need guys like that if you want to compete. But that's the future. I mean, he's 20, Maxey's 24. The next 10 years of having a top 10 backcourt in the NBA if they stay healthy. So, yeah. I mean,
So, but Brain and I were talking about this. Would you do, because I obviously we're looking at bigs, right? Like guys that can help rebound. Like they're going to need somebody that can rebound. Would you do Sabonis? Because Sabonis, obviously the Kings were in town. Sabonis, you could probably get with McCain and picks.
I'd do it in a heartbeat. I mean, you saw what he did to us last night. He was in foul trouble, but like this team just can't rebound. They can't. I mean, last night when we were texting, they were out rebounded by over 20 and multiple points in the game.
And that's to a trash Kings team.
Yeah, it's great. We could score with anybody. That's the frustrating part. We have so much offense with Maxey coming to his own, Embiid playing well, Paul George being your third or fourth option. Like offensively, they're legit. Just we can't rebound. We have no front court presence defensively. Embiid can't protect the rim anymore. You need someone inside to at least bang and help with the rebounds. Or we're playing Kelly Oubre at the 4. You know, and then
Can Sabonis play next to Embiid?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Defensively, he could play the 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You don't think he's a good athlete?
Sabonis?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he moves. He's not his father. Were you thinking about his father?
Yeah.
I think you got to think about his father in Portland.
Also,
man. He can move.
He feels like a tree to me.
And he can block shots.
And you play Embiid 25 minutes a game then. And you keep him healthy. Keep him hopefully healthy. Keep him, with some energy in the tank for when he is in,
Yeah, I will say he's getting a lot of minutes these games. I don't love Embiid's minutes. I think they're playing with fire here.
Who are we putting in?
Bona or Drummond. But he's upwards of he's over 35 minutes a game. That's too much for me.
No, I agree. But I mean,
I don't know if I agree. I think he's got to get used to playing like that because in the playoffs, you're going to need to play 35 to 40 minutes a game. And that's just how it is.
But we're not even in February yet.
So, but that's part of it, man. Like he's got to be used to playing this. Like it's going to be a grind come playoff time. Like the only way they're going to win is if he's available, and he's got to get used to playing and keep his wind, keep his weight down, the whole thing. I like it.
No, I'm fine with it. I always worry about the injury, but the thing is, you see it defensively. They locked in for 7 minutes last night to get that win. It's an effort thing, but it's also we have no depth. So these guys got to pace themselves. There's no depth there. So we're down 10 with 7-8 minutes left. They lock in, we get 4 stops in a row, right? You see the intensity. We're not giving up offensively. So it is an effort thing, but it's not because if they can't we just don't have the bodies to go that long and that hard.
Yeah. They need a 4 badly, just desperately. They need somebody else.
Yeah, and Barlow's been giving us good minutes. I like him as a role player, but we need a legitimate 4. I would love to have Kelly coming off the bench and leading that second unit. I think that gives you.
I've been asking for that all year. I hate him in the starting lineup. I like him off the bench.
Yeah, he's an energy guy, right? He can defend and he can close games because he's a good defender. But it's like we need a more consistent spark off the bench, but we also need some size in that starting lineup. Like it's just not.
You just can't. You can't go. You're just not. Embiid's not going to sweep the glass. He's not grabbing 18 boards. That's not who he is now.
Yeah.
But you know what? JoJo January. I'll take the win. All right, I'm happy about it.
We'll take it. And before we move on, VG, your boy, your fake.
Oh man, dude, how did he do it? Joker today.
The joke came back. VG's boy, the fake Italian. I find him on his map somewhere in Germany or Austria. He took an L to Joker this morning. So my guy Alcaraz versus
what were in those pills Joker was getting run out? He's getting tablets brought out. He had that metal pipe. They're like, what's in that metal pipe he's got under his towel?
It was so funny. They kept saying he took tablets in between sets. They just kept saying tablets. I want some.
Grabbing his chest. It looked like he couldn't breathe.
Came back to life.
Yes, he did. After those tablets.
I love you guys watching the Australian Open.
7 a.m. 7 a.m. got
texted about it. God bless. I there's no football this weekend, man.
I know.
There's no football, man. Oh God.
I was going to send you something nice. I was going to send you a little gift package to get you through the weekend. I know you were going through it, man.
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. Oh, I hate it. I hate this time of the year. Hate it. There's January and February. I just hate it.
Yeah, you got to get to March.
This Australian Open men's final, though, it could be Joker's last hurrah. He's going up against the young buck.
I texted VG a couple weeks ago and said this is his last. I said this: if Joker's going to get one, it's this tournament.
He did.
I think Joker. I think Jokic. I think Jokic. I think Joker. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not into it. I can't get into the tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
You know what you can't get into? Danny, I'm obsessed with this class of 2031. Have you seen these kids they're getting out here?
What's going on?
First of all, it was Christian Bell was number one. He's 6'6". He's 11. Now they got Archange Rayleigh Lemovu. He's 6'5". And on the girls' side, Alexis Parker, 6'2". These are sixth graders, class of 2031.
On kids that come up to their hips.
Dude, the videos of the Archange Lemovu, he's 6'5", blocking kids.
He's coming up to his hip and he's dunking on him.
He just dunks every play.
It's crazy.
I know.
He's 11. He just turned 11.
Yeah, it's sick.
Like I need lineage. I need some history on this. I need get ancestry in me, please. Can we go back and see what's going on here?
It's funny. Before I'm involved in this stuff, and you're always sizing up the other team. Like first thing you do when you arrive at the gym is you size up like the team you're playing if you don't know them already. And like if you're seeing this kid throw the ball at the backboard and to himself and jamming it.
Who were his parents? Like, where's this? I need to know, like, is he bred in the lab? Like, did he have NBA or both parents, like professional athletes? Like, what's going on? This is unbelievable.
When he's swatting their shots, it looks like a grown man against like 4-year-olds.
The best is the little kid chasing the donkey. Literally, he's at his hip.
Yeah.
Or trying to chase him down. He's at his hip.
Yeah.
And that dude's the number 2 prospect for the class of 2031. Christian Bell's better, an inch taller and more athletic.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane. It's insane. Crazy stuff. All right, fill us in. What do we got going on this week in Making Varsity?
Yeah, so we're in the mix of it. There's about 3-4 games left in both of the big leagues locally. In the Philadelphia Catholic League on the basketball side. Big tilt Wednesday night. Roman Newman at CCP. Roman took it down. Roman was struggling a little bit. They were on a little bit of a skid, and they had a big win over Newman. So it's the boys' side. I really think I would say one of 5 teams could win it right now. Woods in first place. Roman is in second place, tied with Bonner. They didn't play yet. Fourth place is so Roman's third. So fourth place is Carroll, and then you have Judge, and they have a big showdown this upcoming week. Battle Northeast versus Ryan. So we'll see.
Man.
But yeah, I mean the leagues are really tight. I'm excited for it. Yeah, Roman, Newman, Carroll, Bonner, Wood. They're all fighting, jockeying.
Wood's 8-1.
Yeah, and it's funny enough. So Wood ran the gauntlet early. They played Roman and Judge very early on. They beat both of those big games. They had big wins, and then they lost to O'Hara, who's the 12th seed. That's their one loss. So it's a great league where there's a lot of parity. And on the girls' side, my girl Berna O'Neill, huge Lady Patch fan. They're in first place, undefeated. The Carroll girls is in first place. O'Hara's right below them. And then Newman and Wood are kind of jockeying. I think it's Carroll's year on the girls' side. They look great. They got a couple girls committed. A girl going to Villanova, staying local. So they're really talented. And then in the Interact, another showdown coming up. But right now, Haverford is in first place. And then Malvern's right under them. They're kind of the class of the league right now. So it will come down to those two. And then Interact, there's no playoffs. So it's like these games, every game is – really, really important. So they'll face off next week, and that will pretty much determine who's going to be the league champ, unless there's an upset along the way. And then on the girls' side, Ben Davis's daughter, who I told you about before, she's a stud. Notre Dame 7-0, and then Germantown Academy's right behind them. But yeah, I told you she's like one of the top Division I lacrosse girls in the entire country.
Yeah.
Division I basketball. She's just that good of an athlete. So,
Wow, that's great. That's great. That's fantastic.
And on the track and field side, Penn Charter girls are doing great, breaking records again. We have the number 1, 2, and 3 fastest times in the mile in the state of Pennsylvania. We have 3 girls.
Wow. 1, 2, and 3? Wow.
Yeah. Shout out to PC's indoor track team. Our boys are doing really well as well, but not to hold down the top 3 spots in the state. So congratulations to them. But yeah, man, we're coming down, and the Palestra is around the corner. So the Palestra will be at the end of February. So about 3 weeks, we're right there.
Damn.
Yeah.
And in baseball, spring is around the corner.
So it's different. Interact like, and when I was in PHLY, spring sports started second week of March. And Interact, because of no playoffs, like the state playoffs for basketball runs long, so they have to wait for that to finish up. In the Interact, we're done by February 20th. That's when we start spring sports. February.
Wow. But how do you play baseball?
And these schools got indoor facilities. You figure it out.
No. I get that, but how do you actually play games?
But that's just when you're allowed to start it up. We won't start games till March, but even then, get the cold gear out, baby. We're gonna be trekking it. Especially with this weather. I mean, sheesh.
So, yeah, but you guys, aren't you guys allowed to practice now? No?
You're not allowed to have team you're allowed to, there's workouts, right? But you're not allowed to have like team activities yet. And then that's like when you're full-fledged going. Once the season starts, you can go every day.
Oh, yeah.
Be locked in.
But you can have workouts. Like you're good with that.
In the off season, they offer them. They limit it because they encourage the do 2 sports thing, which I like. So you're limited to like how often you can do them. It can't be every day, which I'm a fan of and support. And then once you're in your season, it can be every day. So it's coming up, but yeah, I'm excited to see how it all shakes out. Both leagues, both girls and boys. But yeah, I'm really excited to see the PCL boys, how that shakes out.
Oh, real quick. We are in overtime. OT, baby. Sure you're with YouTube. Like and subscribe us. Subscribe to the show. Comes right to your phone. The likes matter. So if you can do a solid, that would help because it helps. We're all subject to this algorithm. And so we appreciate that. So Dan, when you look at this whole thing hoop-wise, between college, right? Like NBA and then all the high school stuff. What's the greatest, in your mind, the greatest, like what about the palestra? Like, is that itself the purity, the most pure basketball?
I'm biased, but I would say 100%. It's, again, like, so Penn State had a run where they sold out the Palestra. The Palestra is the cathedral, right? It's the, one of the oldest basketball courts, historic. It's, across the country, college coaches talk about it, right? It's one of the greatest. The Catholic League basketball is the thing that's keeping it alive. They're not drawing, they're not filling past the lower bowl. They've consistently sold it out for 5 years in a row, pre-sale both games. So like, there's NIL's not really involved in it. It's, it's just a great atmosphere for girls and boys games. And it's something that, I've seen a lot of really cool tournaments. Now I know Indiana does it up. I know there's some states that really, love high school basketball and sports and they do it up, but to fill the Palestra where you could be in the last row in the far corner and have a great seat and, just the sounds that come out of that place, the acoustics. And we've been really, the league has been very lucky to have phenomenal games that have let off Sports Center and, crazy finishes where, it's been wire to wire with different, buzzer beaters. And yeah, the passion. And Philly at its core, Philly hoops is a real thing. So I think it comes out and people get really excited about it. So
My man Boo, proud Central man, says, yo, Dan, what about the public league?
Agreed. You're right. Fair enough. So it's been kind of wild. The last 4 years, MOTEP has, maybe even 8 years, MOTEP has had it on lock, right? Dominating, running through it, winning pretty easily. Constitution here and there, give them a fight. Rob Moore and those guys. But this year they lost. I would like to know when the last time they lost in the pub. Maybe he knows. They lost to Fells this year. There's a lot of parity now coming in the pub. And I'm excited about it. I think it's really cool that I don't always like the things about kids not wanting to wait anymore, the impatience, but it's helping the pub because kids aren't waiting as much. They used to just go to MOTEP and wait their turn. There's a lot of parity now across the board. And you see in the Catholic League, like for a long time, it was Roman, Newman, Prep at the top. Teams are bopping in and out. You got Wood in first place. They lost to the 12th place team in O'Hara. Like there's never been more parity, I think, in our high school basketball. And that's in Philadelphia in all the leagues. Interact, Penn Charter won 4 or 5 in a row. We're not going to win it this year. Like there's a lot of parity across high school basketball in the city, and I love it. I'm excited for it.
A lot of talent, man. There is a lot of talent.
Yeah, I would like to see if he knew. I don't know what their win streak was like in the pub, but it had to be something historic. They finally lost this year, regular season game in the pub.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, my brother. It is always great seeing you.
Yeah, appreciate it, boys.
I'll talk to you later on. Prepare for our show, by the way. All right?
All right, guys. Have a great day.
See you, brother.
Danny.
Here he is, the great Danny D, making varsity. Danny D, the AD. All right. Now, let's figure this out. First, because there's no football, and I need TV Todd more than ever. But first, let's take care of some friends.
All right, TrueMark Financial. We love our people at TrueMark, and it's time to make your home work smarter, not harder. With a TrueMark Financial home equity line of credit, you can tap into your home's equity to handle renovations, upgrades, build a man cave, pay off some high-interest debt if you got it, whatever's on your list. TrueMark Financial HELOC Select gives you the flexibility to borrow when you need it on your own timeline. You start with a revolving line of credit, you use only what you need, and when you're ready, you can lock in all or part of the balance at a fixed rate for predictable payments, or you can only pay interest on what you use. And as you pay it back, that credit becomes available again, so there's no reapplying, no extra steps. With competitive rates compared to most secured loans and flexible repayment options, this could be the smart move for your home and, more importantly, your wallet. So to learn more about TrueMark Financial's home equity line of credit, visit TrueMark.com or stop by one of their convenient 24 locations throughout the area. TrueMark Financial is federally insured by the NCUA, and they are an equal opportunity lender. NMLS 404938.
Everybody's got their favorite hard tea. But have you ever turned the can over to read what's inside it? You can't. You know why? Because they don't tell you. They don't want you to know. They're hiding what's inside the can. Crooked tea, totally different. Crooked tea, they don't hide it. They brag about it. You know why? Because Crooked Tea brews real USDA organic tea for real flavor. And it's got 0 sugar. There's no fake junk hiding behind the label. What you see, that's what you drink. Next time you're at the store, try it. Try it if you don't believe me. Flip the can over. If you can't find the ingredients, you know what you do? You put it back on the shelf. And then you grab a Crooked Tea. 0 sugar, real tea, and it's fully transparent. You know it, Philly. Real recognizes real. So why drink the fake stuff? Crooked Tea. The only thing better? The strip sack in the Super Bowl. Visit crookedtea.com to find a store near you.
I'm on MLB.com, right?
Yeah. What's happening?
Headline: Why move to the Mets could unlock the best of Bichette.
Not more of this stuff on the Friday.
You got to be kidding me. Blah.
Ugh.
Listen, I'm going to take the Eagles. Just to recap the show, I'm going to take the Eagles as a positive. I'm going to take Sean Mannion, and I go, all right, I'm excited for him and what he can do. All right, let's go. Grizzard to help.
Yeah, even though Baldy crapped all over Grizzard, I'm in. I'm a believer.
No. Well, listen, I want Mannion to work. Need Mannion to work because clearly nobody trusts Sirianni, not even Sirianni.
No. That is the biggest thing, not even Sirianni. He's totally cool. Let's get some more minds in here. We need more minds. I'm good with that. If he understands his flaws and limitations, let's go.
I just can't reconcile that. It just bugs me.
It drives you crazy.
It drives me nuts because I always put myself in like their position. Like, what would I do? Like, how would I handle it? Like that helps me formulate my opinion on judging and everything. I just don't get it. It drives me insane.
Well, because you see it happening, and I feel like you go back to The Godfather. You're like, act like a man. Like, come on, act like a man. Take over the offense. Do something with it.
No, I've seen Andy. I've watched the way Andy did it, and you watch the way these really good coaches do it. It's completely different. Anyway, I like Mannion, so I'm excited. And I love the fact that Vic appears to be back. So that's great. That's great. All right. Now, there's no football. So I'm completely miserable. It's freezing out. I'm frozen right now. Like, I must need new windows because I'm down in my living room and I'm freezing cold. So it's just a miserable existence right now.
Horrible.
But we need to escape. Let's escape through the powers of movies and TV with our man on the Xfinity mobile call-in line, TV Todd.
Act like a man. You can't handle the truth.
It's time for TV Todd.
Todd.
Hey, what's up, guys? Oh, I know. Misery month. Misery month.
Oh, yes. So, meanwhile, the Fly Guys, let's start like we always call Fly Guys.
Yeah.
Man,
I need something to watch when they're on.
2-7-2. I genuinely, I'm not worried about the record because you and I were talking about it. We genuinely enjoy them, like the ride. Last night was tough. It was back to back up in Boston, but that was a tough one last night.
These last two nights were brutal, in my opinion. I watch it to the end like you do, but it's brutal, man. Here's the reality of it is, the first half of the season, clearly the team overachieved, right? No secret on that. So you adjust your expectations. I think too many people adjust their expectations. At the end of the day, this is who they are right now. I kind of felt, we haven't talked about this. but the Forster losing Forster for the season, I think plays into it every night.
Yeah.
Every night.
Yeah.
And then the goaltending issues. Listen, we need that Olympic break badly, and then it's going to take a lot of. Listen, it's going to take a run after the post-Olympic break, and to have other teams fall off. So it's an uphill battle for this season.
It is, and then the other night when Ristolainen gets hurt, and you have to go with 5 defensemen for almost the whole game. Like
that's last night's lines were crazy too. I don't blame Tocchet. I would do that too. Like I would have a game or two where I would just throw it into the blender and just give it a shot. But man, the fans have got to chill out. I mean, calling for Toc to be fired. Like, are you kidding me?
Who's doing that? I didn't see that.
I see it everywhere.
Social media,
everywhere.
our chat was on fire for the first
I can't
20
hear
minutes.
VG,
All
by the way.
Huh.
Anti-Tocchet?
Yes. Can you hear me, Ant?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the whole chat was anti Flyers and Tocchet right now. First 20 minutes.
Oh my God. I feel like Michael and Godfather 2 with the Flyers. I think our expectations were out of whack. Todd, you and I talked about that. Like, partly maybe it was because of us where, we're so excited for the newness that it gave people false expectations. I thought we tried to say, like, listen, you just want to be in the mix at the end of the year. That next year is the year.
Absolutely. But what's so interesting about this whole race for the playoff stuff? I mean, clearly the wild card is falling out of our sights. But, when you look at the points and you look at the games played and where everybody is, honestly, we could be looking at an entire different picture come March.
Yes.
We could be.
Yeah.
But the point is, this is not the year. It's never been the year. Let's focus on maybe we do sell some pieces at the deadline. Maybe we, let's sign Zegras. Let's get Martone here. Let's keep our fingers crossed for the lottery ball to get us McKenna. I mean, what could we, that's it. We knew this year was the year before the cap relief year. So we have to adjust our expectations.
I agree. In fact, one of our guys just chimed in and said they've been seeing not just Tocchet, but Danny Briere. And I'm like,
yes,
yeah,
Danny Briere? What? Like, come on, man. Like, what do you want him to do?
And
like,
Jonesy. Jonesy.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Give these guys a minute. Like, we knew that it was going to take you had to be steadfast with this thing. Like, it was going to be a long build out. You have to be patient and you got to be resolute, because the last thing you want to do is to change it all up again. And you're just chasing your tail at that point.
I agree. This city is brutal, man. You talk about it on the show. We see it every single day. But I'll tell you something. I'm going to switch gears on you here, because you were talking about how BG fires you up, like when he calls you in the car. Like, he gets me. I told you when I ran into him for breakfast, I was fired up by the end of the day. Like, he gets you going, this guy. Let me tell you what got me going, and I know you feel the same way. Here's how I'm going to change your mood today, Anthony. You need to, if you haven't watched it yet, you need to go watch the trailer for the Peaky Blinders movie.
Dude, it's the greatest. I cannot wait. It's awesome.
That was the teaser.
I saw the trailer. It's freaking awesome. I love Peaky Blinders. Love it.
Yeah. It's got a great first of all, it's a teaser. It's great. It's coming out. It's getting closer now, right? The movie's going to be in theaters like March 6th or so, but it's going to be on Netflix March 20th, which, when you think about that, that is exactly why Netflix is having some governmental trouble trying to buy Warner Brothers, because they could completely control we'll put it in the theater for 2 weeks. After that, who's going to go? They're going to watch it on Netflix.
I know. It's crazy.
It's crazy. But this teaser is so good. And then I read an interview with Stephen Knight, and the way he described, I got to just tell you how he describes it, because it's like BG. He's like, Birmingham, 1940, amidst the chaos of World War II, Tommy Shelby is driven back from a self-imposed exile to face his most destructive reckoning yet. It will be an explosive chapter, no holds barred, full-on Peaky Blinders at war.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, my God. Oh,
Isn't that great?
Sounds incredible. Oh, man, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that. But this is a weird week, cuz it's like, it's very much like what you're feeling in sports right now, with we lost the cuz.
Yeah, I think he had I don't know if he's popping back out there. You can't
I'm on
hear
an
me?
island here.
Oh no. Handle it all yourself, Todd. Todd might have to pop back out and back in. Because we got to figure out, Todd, a way to hear me, because I got a teaser last night that I am so stoked about, and it's not Peaky Blinders. It's an old head movie that I couldn't be happier about seeing a teaser for. Rambo, the prequel to Rambo, where John Rambo, his story about everything that happened and how he became Rambo, leading up to the First Blood movie. So that's something we got to get Todd on. And I've just been losing my mind. I need help. I don't know if I'm like you guys, but can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, buddy.
Dude, I was just saying, I got teased yesterday by the first promotional poster for the Rambo prequel. Did you see that?
I have not seen that yet. No,
dude, I got to look up the actor's name because I don't know who it is playing him, but I am all in on the Rambo prequel.
Isn't it wild? Because they made the I Play Rocky. When's that coming out, Todd?
I don't know. I don't know the date on that one.
So, like all those movies, those iconic characters are all getting more storylines.
Yeah. I mean, why? Because the audience is there. It's a surefire viewers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all it is.
Todd,
do you know this Noah Centineo? He's going to play John Rambo in the prequel.
No, I saw a picture of him, but I don't know. I don't know what he's done previously.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we got some crazy stuff. But what I was saying was, cuz this is like the period for movies and TV that's very similar to how we're feeling in sports right now. We're in that weird bridge. Like there's a bunch of cool stuff coming out in February. This last weekend in January, it's a little slim pickings. But what's cool is a big theatrical release today, and I'm very excited for this actually because I'm a huge Sam Raimi fan.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, Sam Raimi is back, baby, big time. He's got the biggest film of the weekend launching this week called Send Help, which is a action adventure thriller with Rachel McAdams, and basically the storyline is she
feels like Misery, right? Like it's Misery on an island.
It's like, you know what it's like, cuz it's like Swimming with Sharks, Misery meets Castaway, Lord of the Flies.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, she's a corporate secretary who's being terribly treated by some, a-hole boss, and their plane goes down, their corporate jet goes down, and then she gets to basically torture him and control the island. I'm so excited for this. And by the way, it's getting great. Like, it's off the charts on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Well, that's awesome. I've seen the trailer a bunch of times. I can't wait to see it because, like, he's the perfect guy to torture. Like, in a film, you could torture that guy. You could have. It was funny. I always liked Tarantino when he would talk about how he would torture a character, right? Like, so Nazis, right? Like, everybody loves when you torture a Nazi, right? Like, that's how it is. Torturing a corporate douche, oh, that's great.
I'm telling you, your listeners should go watch that. I think that's a movie you could like do a date night or like. It sounds so fun, right? So fun and crazy.
Yeah.
Watch that, then come home and watch Swimming with Sharks with Kevin Spacey, and Frank Whaley.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. That's
one
a
of my
perfect
favorites.
double feature.
Yeah.
Perfect double feature. But Sam Raimi, let's give him his props for a second here. This is, I think VG, you've said this before, like Evil Dead's one of your favorite movies.
My favorite horror movie.
favorite horror movie. It's on a lot of people's list. But this guy did the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire. He did, remember he did that movie for Love of the Game with Kevin Costner
Yes.
and J.K. Simmons.
Yes.
I mean, this guy is prolific, and I just think this movie looks big theater thriller fun.
Yeah, I'm looking at his IMDb. I mean, he's amazing. He really is prolific, and he's great, man.
He's great. Cause there's one movie
He did The Grudge.
Yep.
The Grudge was really good. Don't Breathe was good. The Gift was good.
The Gift was great. Gift was great.
It really was.
Simple Plan.
Oh, great movie.
Great movie. Oh my God. I thought that was a great movie. The Possession was good.
Drag Me to Hell. I loved Drag Me to Hell.
That was a great one.
Yeah. He's done a lot. Wow, he did Miller's Crossing?
He worked with the Coen brothers on that?
That's amazing. Miller's Crossing. Wow. Let's see. He was. Where was? I guess he was part of the script. I guess he wrote part of the script. That's what
I mean. Get this dude. This is great, man. I'm really excited about that because there's another movie that's been pushed. I don't know if it's just pushed in my algorithm because I'm going and I'm reading stories about it that people are really liking it. Italian film set in Rome in the 1970s. I know I got you right there. It's called The Big Fake, and it's a true story of this guy who went to Rome and he learned how to copy all these amazing paintings. He's a forger, and he gets involved with mobsters over it. I know. It's on Netflix. It's a feature-length film.
Thank you. I will be watching it.
Thank you.
I've always wanted to write a forger. I love art themes. Like I do. I love the forger piece of it. I love the art heist. I love that world. In fact, years ago, I run into this guy. I meet this guy who he started the FBI art crime team. There's a division of the FBI.
Wow. That's cool.
So you could only imagine how I was trying to get this thing. I tried to develop a series around it. And this is when the series blew up. This is when this was like, man, was I still at the Post? Or it was like, maybe it was like 2000, like somewhere around that. Maybe I think it was the Inquirer. And I love this dude was telling me these stories. And the beauty of the character was, he hated carrying a gun. He was not good at handling a gun. He used to he got found out, his cover got blown and he was hiding in a bathroom and he had a gun and he was shaking so much that the gun fell and discharged, not at him, but discharged. He lucked out because the backup came and saved him. But he was not like this incredible tough guy, which made the character that much more interesting.
That's cool. In this movie, this guy, basically comes to Rome because he wants to be a famous painter. He's really, really good. And he finds himself in this world. He could forge checks, signatures. He can forge bank statements, and he could do these amazing reproductions of, famous paintings.
What's it called?
It's called The Big Fake, and it's on Netflix. And I'm telling you, it's getting. I thought maybe it was just being pushed to my algorithm, but I'm reading stories about it. Yeah, I knew you would love it.
Subtitle, right?
Yeah. But you could listen,
Todd. Thank you. You just made my night tomorrow night.
Yeah. Now look, you don't ever turn on the English dubbing, right?
Never. It's against my rule. It
takes you right out of it. Takes you out of it.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I hate it. I always tell people, just look at the subtitles. Let it bring you and immerse. I watched that Gomorrah. I a series. I watch Italian TV, and so now by this point, I kind of understand some of it or a lot of it, but I'd rather read the. I'll watch Spanish. I'll watch Dutch, German, and watch it, and with subtitles, because you need to hear the native tongue to at least put you in the mood.
Yeah, and my whole thing with it is if you turn on the English dubbing, it instantly takes a movie and it turns it into bad acting. It's like all of a sudden the acting seems bad. It's not fair to the actors.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and your brain, listen, always people would say to me like, Todd, I can't read subtitles. You can. Your brain will connect. Just keep watching it and then you won't even notice they're there.
Right.
Right. Here's the issue I have though. I'm with you. I can't watch the dubs because it just sounds like the worst acting imaginable. But I read the subtitles, and while you're reading the subtitles, you do lose out a little bit of the imagery and the camera angles, and you might miss a little close-up or a little facial expression. There are some visuals, and it's a visual medium that you lose out on.
Yeah.
As a writer, but as someone like,
right.
studied some film and made some of my own movies, like, there's a lot that goes into these shots and stuff, and you lose
There
it.
are, but you don't, because
you
no, you don't, because if you're not thinking about reading. You just watch.
No, but your eyes are on. Your eyes have to go to the letters.
No, but I can read and watch at the same time. It's the way your mind works.
I don't think you.
Well,
I'm with you. I'm a reader, but I think I lose out on the whole visual experience a little bit.
Well, listen, for the Philistines of the world, because we have. I mean, there's lots of other choices that are not dubbed or subtitled.
Give that to VG. He's a
no, VG is not a Philistine. I'm not going
to. He is.
Never,
he should. No, here's why. He should have such great taste. Like, he should.
I do.
But he has horrific taste. It really across the board. He's got horrible taste. But he's a really intelligent, creative.
Not in women. Sorry, Pagan. I have good taste in women. The Pagan's all right.
Yes. I should.
Everything else stinks.
Correct. I should have said that, but I love the Pagan. But VT is he's a Renaissance man, right? Like, he's a sportsman. He's well-read, highly intelligent, creative, interesting. He's an interesting guy. Loves to go out and experience new things. Like, so you would expect somebody like that would have great taste.
Well, VG
but he doesn't.
No, listen, I say this all the time to VG's face, so I'm not doing it upon his back. He's an enigma, right? Because he just had this whole conversation with us about subtitles, and yet his favorite movie of last year was Nouvelle Vague.
Right.
Which is subtitled.
Right.
Yeah.
But
imagine if I could understand French, how much I would love that movie.
I know. I feel the same way.
But he won't watch movies above a certain time, like a certain length.
Oh, well, I mean, it depends. If you've got a track record of making great films, yes. I can't be wasting time 3 hours on hack. But I will say my favorite movie, I think I've mentioned before, I watched it again this week, is the animated movie Flow, where there's no dialogue except animals speaking to each other in animal sounds. And it is phenomenal. I highly recommend everybody watch it this weekend.
Big Academy Award film last year. Absolutely.
Phenomenal.
So, listen, for this week, there's a couple other things that are worth talking about real quick. The first is, for those of you who are fans of Shrinking on Apple, and there are many fans of that show, it's back for season 4.
That's good. I like that show.
Yeah, that started now. Also, I guess, apropos to this show, big documentary dropped today on Netflix, hour and 40 minutes, Miracle, the documentary of the 1980, USA.
Oh, wow.
Union.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
the story's been told lots of times, but this documentary is promising a lot of behind the scenes and a lot of things we haven't heard, and also has a lot of the team, they're watching footage and commenting on it. It's a feature length documentary that Netflix is pushing pretty hard. So when you're down in the dumps of a little hockey in Philly, you can tune over and watch that.
Yeah, I like that. That's great. By the way, that was a great movie.
I mean,
great movie.
like it's fun to watch a doc and then watch the scripted version.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
vice versa. I always find
Yeah.
that to be super fun. Listen, there are big shows that we don't typically talk about on this show that are just juggernauts right now too, that people are watching. Traders I love Traders is to me the best formatted competition show that's out there right now. It is truly fun. I love it. My wife and daughter, we watch it. I mean, it's really, really good. The one thing I do want to say also is, it's very rare, cuz, that we have appointment television anymore, right? We do things on demand. You're going to watch The Big Fake whenever you watch it over the weekend, maybe 2 a.m. Who the hell knows, right? But I watched live on Netflix the Alex Honnold Skyscraper live where he free soloed.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. I was scared to death watching that. I told my wife Joy, I said, I may have to turn this off because that was the most terrifying and engaging live television event I have seen since I've been a kid, since Evel Knievel.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
I'm not kidding.
That's cool.
This guy,
man.
what this guy does, if any of you have not watched the documentary Free Solo, which is now on Hulu or wherever, it is one of the best documentaries. What these guys do, specifically him, is absolutely insane. And the fact is, he could have easily fallen off that building on Saturday night. His wife and kids were there on live television. Netflix talked about it. They said, we know it's a possibility. His friends are dead. Like, it happens all the time. We knew that we would have to cut away and how we'd have to deal with it. But let me tell you, I know it won't have the same effect watching it now on demand, even though it's in the top 10 still right now of Netflix. That was the best appointment television since Evel Knievel jumped Snake River Canyon.
What night was it?
It was supposed to be Friday night, but they pushed it because of weather
Right,
to Saturday night. But it's on demand, and it was great production. The camera work, but I'm telling you, I had to walk out of the room.
Yeah, I guess because the tension must be overwhelming. Because, like, you do not want to. Like, what's funny? Like, when you see on Instagram, this video contains, whatever it is, whatever they say. Like, basically, it's hey, this video contains,
Graphic
problematic graphic, right? Whatever. Most people go, oh, great, I want to click on it, until you click on it and go, oh, like. And watching that, knowing your mind's eye, right? Your imagination is like, oh, no, please no. Because you love the guy. You want to root for the guy. You've already seen all about it. And you're like, this is death. This isn't like you're going to lose the game. This is death.
Alex Honnold is one of the best athletes in the world. It is incredible. Like, even someone told me, I don't know if, no, it was not somebody, I heard it on a podcast. Michael Rappaport was talking about it. And he said he went back and watched it on demand, didn't watch it live. He was as terrified watching it on demand as if he would have been live. Like, he said he knew that he survived because he knew there was no news stories, but he was scared to death even watching the replay. It's wild, man.
I just had this conversation last night. We were looking for something to watch. I was like, I'm not watching this. Like, why would I watch this if I know he made it already? There's nothing. There's no. I'm surprised people are still watching it.
It's crazy, man. It really is engaging. It
really?
is
You
engaging.
say
you would sit and watch this an hour and a half when you know he already makes it to the top? I've seen it.
But it's not,
he's on the top.
Yeah, but it would be like, no, but I agree with Todd. Like, now, again, it's obviously way better doing it with not, live like Todd did it. But I agree with Rappaport. Like, I'd still be like, oh my God, like living this, like seeing it, put yourself in that spot. No, it's got a lot to offer.
It does. There's like moments where he goes hands free because he needs to like get the chalk on his hands, and he also needs to rest his arms because he admits it. He's like, I'm really tired. And you're looking at this and it's like, this dude's going to fall. There's moments where he goes hands free that you're like, you gasp.
Wow.
This is the kind of like, I felt like a kid again, like Evel Knievel.
Wow. That's
what also is worth props on that is the crew. I saw like the crew that had to film that with the cables and stuff. Just amazing what they're doing with the giant cameras and stuff.
Beautiful camera work. Beautiful camera work, VG. I said that during the thing. I'm like, it was produced really, really well. Really, really well. But go back and watch Free Solo. I mean, all this guy's friends are dead. They fall all the time. It's insane.
Crazy.
That's insane. It's insane. Oh my God.
Thank you, Fit Dad. Of course, he's not watching it. If you know he lived, you can go back. It's like watching an M. Night Shyamalan movie. If you know the big surprise, you don't go back and rewatch it.
Well, Fit Dad also said Michael Rappaport endorsed it. I'm out.
Well, that dude's a little wackadoodle.
I love
Yeah,
Michael.
I'm with him there too.
Great actor. Great
Come
actor.
on, he's a great actor.
And by the way, doesn't anyone
yes,
get?
he is.
Doesn't
He's
no?
a great actor.
He's a legitimate great actor. And by the way,
He plays the same role every time.
no, he doesn't. He does not. What about what's the movie where he played a Nazi, like killing kids at college? I mean, no, he doesn't play the same role every time.
Thank you.
But by the way, how everybody feels about him right now because of his craziness and traitors and whatnot. Yeah, he's an actor.
Right.
He's an actor. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yes, exactly. Guy's great.
And by the way, that guy's a great stand-up. I went to see him do stand-up. He was really, really good.
Really, that's surprising. I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
You don't like.
Hey,
I saw this movie coming out. I can't wait to watch it. It's an indie.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this movie. I guess they showed it at the festival.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Last Pickpocket of New York. John Turturro is in it.
I love him.
Love Turturro.
So I'm a big Turturro fan, right? So basically, he's like the last thief in an Apple Pay world. Oh, it's so good, man.
I'm in on that. I'm in on that.
Heavy New York, like, that's what Turturro's about, right? Like, Turturro's like, he's New York. And it's just, like you lived in the streets, you were a pickpocket, cash, the whole thing, and now you're in this whole new existence. I'm totally
That's cool.
in on it.
That's cool. I'm in on that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured you were
Fit Dad wants to know what you think about Wonder Man.
Oh, I haven't watched that. That's a Disney show. I haven't watched it yet, but you know who's in that Anthony, you love and I love, and he looks like my buddy Oliver, Sir Ben Kingsley.
Oh, I love Ben Kingsley.
The Sir's in that.
Sir. Don't believe it, sir. Fit Dad.
Hey, Todd, have you seen what's going on at the Film Society tonight at 14th and Chestnut?
No, what's going on?
So they got 4 movies playing, 2 of which are some of my favorites. One of the best Scorsese films of all time, After Hours, is at 7:30.
Oh, that's so good.
Griffin Dunn.
One of my favorite underground horror movies at 9:45, the original Maniac, 1980, brutal horror movie.
Had it on VHS.
Oh, that guy was so gross and disgusting in that movie.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, where is the Film Society located?
So it's 1422 Chestnut.
Right. What did you say?
What did I say?
You said 14th and Chestnut.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a major violation on me.
Stone violation.
Yeah.
Mr. Philadelphia. Giving me
I don't believe I said that.
Yes, you did. This is why
I don't believe
like, did he just say 14th and Chestnut?
I'll excuse myself now.
Yeah, you should. You should be embarrassed.
What's the other 2 films that they're showing?
CJ Tidwell says he thinks I said 1422.
No, you said 14th and Chestnut.
All right.
What did you? What are the other 2 movies?
What are the other 2, VG, that they're showing?
Oh, yeah, close it out. I didn't know what they were. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Times Square. Times Square was one of them.
Mm.
I don't know the other. Yeah.
After Hours was a great movie because he's another guy who got tortured in the movie, and I love torture. Like a guy like that, Griffin Dunn, it'd be great to torture that guy.
American Werewolf in London, man.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was a great movie. Oh man, Todd, this was awesome. You made my weekend, man. Thank you.
Let me know, cuz text me and let me know what you think of The Big Fake.
I will be watching tomorrow night with my wife, and I'm looking forward to it.
And I'm going to go see Send Help this weekend, the Raimi film. I'll let you guys know what I
Yeah,
think. And
I'm looking forward
do
to
the same.
seeing that. Yeah. My brother,
Cool.
we love you, man. Thanks, pal.
Love you guys.
Todd.
Todd.
TV Todd. All right, my brother. Time to go back in the day.
All right. That works.
That works.
I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm going back in the day with Truman. Oh yeah!
All right, I'm going to pile on the Flyers. We're going 57 years ago at the Spectrum, January 30th, 1969. They got the biggest loss in Flyers history, the worst loss, 12-0.
Oh, my God.
Bernie Perron gave up 6 goals. I think he gave up 6 goals in the first period, but the timeline says he played 40 minutes, but I don't understand how he played 40 minutes because they scored 6 goals in the first period. And the other guy Doug Favell gave up 6 goals. He played the second, third period, so I don't know. But 12-0. Stan Mikita had a couple goals. Jimmy Pappin had a couple goals. Eric Nostaraco had a couple goals.
12-0. Oh,
12-0.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Better days are ahead.
Yeah. What's the chat, the vibe of the chat today? Mannion, people liking Mannion at all?
Optimistic on Mannion, pessimistic on the Flyers. I think just like, we'll see what happens with the Sixers. Yeah, people are not good with the Flyers, not happy with their player development, not happy with like a ton of prospects. No real prospects to turn it around right now, they think.
Well, I mean, you got guys down below that you're hoping for, right? You know, Porter Martone. Martone's going to be up here. Like,
I think people are high on him, but not many other prospects they got.
Yeah, I think you got to give it a minute. Like, I mean, it's too. You're too. We knew that this thing was going to be a long rebuild. Like, our expectations are I think out of whack. I don't feel it. Like, I'm just watching to enjoy them because I like certain players, but I mean, I need to give it more time. Like, I can't do it.
People calling for Jonesy, Briere. They're not happy right now.
I love this. I love what that was. So our texter just said, "Hey, we're going to throw the ball now, so let's keep AJ." Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes.
I'm with you.
Hopefully AJ's with us.
I'm with you, man. I want to keep AJ. What's Fit that saying? Is he doing is he doing the Giannis trade? Because I'm not.
I don't think I didn't see anybody say they wanted Giannis for BJ. No.
Should Marcus Hayes on an island? Marcus is the only one.
Yes. No, Marcus Hayes was taking some shrapnel. He always does. He knows he's going to. Fit Dad just said hell no.
Thank you, Fit Dad. Because there's no way in the world I'm moving Edgecombe. I'm not doing it. I've seen this movie before with these aging stars. I
get that. Would you move him for Cooper Flag?
Edgecombe?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, Cooper Flag had 49 last night. He's a great player. I don't know. I just really like the kid. I want him and Maxey. I think the kid he's got so much upside. Listen, dude, you were right. VG, you loved him from the beginning. You thought that he had star potential. I thought he would be a really good athlete. It would take a minute to unlock it. Dude, he could shoot the ball. He can rebound. He's got great court vision. He plays defense. And
we're here now.
Baylor, he was the surface.
Yeah, he was told at Baylor not to shoot a mid-range jump shot. So you never saw that on tape, but he's got it now. Like I thought he's going to be an all-star, but I didn't think this quick. I thought 3 years down.
Dude, he's and again, we're just scratching the surface. He's still new to the sport. Like he's got a huge upside. I'm not moving him. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm not moving him. Anybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway.
Get dads in with us.
All right. Awesome. Well, chat, we love you guys. This sucks this weekend. I can't sugarcoat
be
it.
careful. It's treacherous walking around, driving around.
Yeah, just watch yourselves, nestle in, watch some movies and TV, right? Order out, drink some tequila, enjoy yourselves. We'll get through it. Before we know it, we'll wake up, and the next thing you know, it'll be spring, and it'll be warm. All right? It's coming.
Then we'll be bitching about the Phillies.
Yep. Love you guys. Great job, VG, and Ethan.
Ethan.
Great job, Ethan. Take a bow. Show yourself.
Yeah.
Here
he is.
Job,
Thank you.
My man.
Doing my best.
Great job. Hopefully, we'll be back in the studio next week. Although I'm going to miss my doggies.
Yeah,
Everybody
is a little nice, but yeah, I like to see you in person.
Yeah.
I miss you punching me every now and
then. Everybody, we love you guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
We all silly like the mayor.